Hello and welcome, everyone, to Creatures and Corridors, channel where we explore fantastic worlds, embark on daring adventures, and most importantly, play some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your host, Russ the DM, and today we are returning to the mystical world of Strixhaven. Our party is a group of spellcasters who have just begun their studies at Strixhaven School of Magic. As they explore the vast campus, they'll encounter all sorts of challenges, including navigating relationships with other students, passing their exams, and fending off rogue magical beasts. Will they master the arcane arts and become the most powerful spellcasters Strixhaven has ever seen, or will they fall victim to the dangers that lurk around every corner? As always, we encourage our viewers to get involved in the adventure by chatting with us during the stream. Your feedback and suggestions could make all the difference in the fate of our characters. I'll be answering any questions you may have during the mid-break and at the end of the session, so stay tuned. Sit back, grab your spell book, and prepare to join us on our magical journey through the creatures and corridors.
Hold on to your butts.
Alrighty, y'all. We're going to pick it up at breakfast. And unlike last week, everything seems to be normal when you head into, I don't know if y'all want to come in one at a time or if y'all all just want to show up, but Rampart's back. Breakfast seems to be served as normal. And yeah.
I see Quintilius is still by himself.
It's
Does he still have the bag?
yes, he has his bag with him on the
He hasn't figured it out yet. Alright. We'll keep it up for another day.
He's looking rather displeased with himself.
I guess since I'm sitting next to Destiny, I haven't given her the full story yet. Because I told her I'd tell her about it later, and then I forgot because we had a busy day. Yeah, since you decided to get lunch with Xander, I'm whispering this, by the way, just enough for our table to hear. I caught up with Quintilius, and I used my magical tinkering, and I made the buckle on his bag smell like shit.
Oh, I love that.
I got him back.
You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Oh, I've been dying to prank people since I got here, and I haven't had a good opportunity yet. So this just gave me the validation I needed.
Oh, no. Back to our shenanigans.
What's on for breakfast today? I'm starving.
Looks like today they've got the full English breakfast. So, your various meats, beans, black pudding, and vegetarian options. They've got like cereal and some like crumpets, biscuits, not biscuits, crumpets. What are they called? Scones, some blueberry scones. And then, of course, the juice bar. Got your apple, your orange, your cranberry.
I'm gonna get some scones.
I am too.
Tea and crumpets.
But I'm gonna get OJ.
I'm just gonna grab some milk and biscuits, maybe some jelly. Simple life.
American biscuits, not English biscuits. No cookies for breakfast.
What's today? Today's
Friday.
Friday.
So today's the day we have.
We all got
with
together.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, there's a bit of a kind of a buzz of excitement in the air this morning as all the other freshmen are anticipating the class that you all communally share. This is something that all freshmen are required to take. So everybody in here is going to be in this class.
Must be in a big hall or something. We'll have to see where it is.
Your schedule said it is in Witterson's Hall in that's on the Witherbloom campus.
Interesting.
Hey. That's my
It's,
campus.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
After
Yeah.
after this
Why
class,
so tired? Do a
Sorry.
bit.
I had to work late last night.
you look exhausted.
I'm wiped.
Would you like some coffee?
I don't think coffee's going to help. I'll take a sip or two, I suppose.
I pull out my bottle of boundless coffee. Take as much as you want.
I
It doesn't come out though, so you have to drink it from the bottle. You can't pour it in anything; it disappears.
all right. I'll drink it from the bottle then.
Ooh, indirect kissing.
Potion of awakening.
It does actually relieve your level of exhaustion temporarily. So with the coffee, it'll lower your exhaustion level. It's
For 1 hour.
for 1 hour.
Oh, great! Just in time to finish breakfast.
So you're feeling a bit perked up now.
Oh, well, at least I can eat breakfast.
So does this mean he
Comfortably.
can? Oh wait, what is side effects? Consumes more than one potion of coffee. The next time they long rest, they must make a con saving throw.
We got to roll a d20 for the.
You
jug
drink
of coffee.
You gotta roll it.
Oh, that doesn't affect it.
Yeah. Basically, if you continue to drink coffee, well, that's when you drink it more than once.
No.
I'm referring to the magic item.
The bottle, if you roll a 1, it won't produce any more coffee for that day.
Right. Sorry. But yeah, with the effects of the coffee, as long as you just drink it once, you're fine. If you drink it multiple times throughout the day, you could potentially lose sleep. You'll still get your hit points and spell slots and stuff, but you'll not shrug off exhaustion as you normally would.
It's
I think
okay,
I
you
woke
don't
up
need
to the
listen
level of
the
exhaustion IRL.
Oh, no.
That was me like 2 weeks ago. I was fucking super tired on that session.
Still got a lot of sleep, I think, but man, I don't know. Just woke up feeling like crap.
You woke up like mid REM cycle or something.
I'm not something like that. I'm not sure. All right. Well, at least the breakfast is edible.
At least we have breakfast.
Yeah.
Rampart, you see your Loxodon companion here. He got all the gross stuff. He got like the blood pudding and like beans and like things that none of you guys would normally touch for breakfast. And he's just like
A true English breakfast.
true English breakfast. He's like, this reminds me of my breakfast served back home.
Oh, really?
We did learn that the breakfast is made in the Bosun Tavern. Yesterday, we learned.
The Bosun, isn't that where you work in the evenings?
Yeah.
Oh, so when are you going to start making breakfast for us?
When I don't have classes myself.
I jest, Kaylin. I understand.
I would be happy to. I mean, I wouldn't complain, but I don't know. I haven't noticed a kitchen in the dormitories, unless I've just missed it.
No, I don't think they have that here. Well, perhaps over the weekend we could do a barbecue or some sort of cookout or something.
Ooh.
I'm sure we could find a place to do that. Yeah.
Haven't had one of those, and I've never had one of those actually.
You know, come to mention it, neither have I. What about you, Elix? Have you had a barbecue?
Yes, yeah, of course. We have they're fairly common in Greenhaven. We're a small city, so community gatherings, barbecues, or at least
Well,
the close equivalent.
Well, it sounds quite rustic, but I'm always up for an adventure.
Barbecue means something else in hell.
Oh.
What does barbecue mean in hell?
It's something they do outside the hottest circle in hell
I
to
don't know
people
what
they
you mean.
don't want there.
Don't want in hell.
Sounds-
How? Where do they
sounds
go if they
most
don't want you in
unpleasant.
hell?
You'd be surprised by the amount of people that try to visit.
Oh, I, I suppose more than 0 would surprise me. Well,
Those troublesome adventurers, always up to no good, eh?
Yep, they always think
I-
they can just go into the most entertaining district in hell.
Probably the kind
what's the most entertaining district in hell?
Oh well, it's where I'm from. It's hold on, I'll
Yeah.
get my notes.
It's something with the PH, with the phlegmy one.
It's in the
Oh,
fourth circle. It's
like
like
Fligamos or something like that?
Yeah,
Phlegamos. Flemos.
Lagmos.
Some abyssal words I can barely understand.
It's actually infernal.
Oh, sorry. Infernal.
That's very
Word.
offensive.
Let's see if D&D Beyond has a
I don't know
pronunciation
much. I don't know much about the underworlds.
That's offensive too. No I'm kidding.
Damn.
Ouch.
We went to war with the abyss for a long time.
Destiny's gonna have to give us some history lessons.
Are you telling me that the devils and demons went at war with each other?
Exactly.
Is there
Over
a difference
what?
between a devil and a demon? I didn't even know there was one.
Of course there is. What do you think? We all look the same?
I didn't say that. I just wasn't aware that there was a distinction. A fiend is a fiend, as far as I'm concerned.
One's a capital D, one's a lowercase d.
I'll show you a capital
Dang. Rampart's like, I got 2 trunks.
D.
Well, in hell we follow rules, unlike the abyss do.
I see. It's more lawful in nature.
Yes.
Well, I've already learned something, and we haven't even finished breakfast. The magic
I
restricts.
have.
Yeah, I finished my breakfast. I've just been chilling.
Oh. That is- busy being racist, haven't had time to eat.
Why is everyone so racist?
Oh, I'm just kidding. Merely uneducated.
He's like, well, I am
But
a
now I know.
paladin.
The more you know.
Don't worry, I was only pretending to be offended. I don't actually care.
Right, and I was only pretending to be racist. Kidding, everybody. We're just joking. There's a long and storied history of demons and devils.
Russell didn't catch it.
I know.
I looked
No,
away.
it's okay.
What happened?
No. Let him watch it when he watches the VOD.
Oh,
Let him see if he
God
catches
damn
it.
Great.
If it makes it easier, Russell, we're only... I don't see the timer.
We're like less than 30
oh, wait,
minutes
here we
in.
go. Yeah,
5
we're
minutes in.
at like from 12 minutes watch, and you'll see it in like a minute.
It's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
Well then, everyone ready for class?
Oh, yes, I'm very excited for today's lesson.
Got your books, got your bag.
Yes.
I feel like I'm about to break out into song with these
Oh,
rhymes.
jeez.
And the first time in forever. All right then. Well, suppose we could all walk to class together then.
Yeah.
For the first
Suppose
time.
we can. Ever.
Have y'all had a class in Witherbloom yet?
I have
No.
not.
I think my classes have been in the Prismari campus,
So
Pondrix campus.
all right, well, follow
And-
me.
I think that's it, actually. Unless I'm drawing a blank.
I've been to a couple campuses, but I know how to get to the Witherbloom campus. So I'll lead
Well-
the way.
Let's
Follow the
go.
leader.
Let's go.
And I cast Long Strider and I take off.
Oh no!
Wait, no.
I don't actually have that spell. I can't do that.
But
Oh.
I do. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so we make haste, headed towards the Witherbloom campus, which is in the murky swamp on the southern end of the campus. Actually, I don't remember. Southeastern end of the campus. And so for the people joining us here for the first time, it is a massive swamp where these kind of like willow-like trees are growing out of it, and they're the rooms and buildings of the various classrooms and whatnot are kind of these pods like made out of wood. They're like kind of these like bulbs that seem to have grown into the classrooms. They've all got kind of a just very natural aesthetic to them. You can tell that this tree was shaped for hundreds of years to form the main building of the campus, and the various pathways and stuff that connect the areas are no handrails, very treacherous. You kind of look over the side and see the swamp bubbling below, the various creatures swimming about, and noxious fumes wafting up from below. But you guys quickly make it to the main building, the Witterson's Hall, and head towards the Arcane Laboratory. So this is a lab, which means, unlike our other classes where you guys have been performing as individuals, this class you will perform as a team. And so any checks we make for assignments will be done as a group check, where we will take basically the average of all your checks together, and that is how we will determine if you pass or fail.
Hell yeah.
So, the freshman class heads down to the Witherbloom campus for their first day of Magical Physiologies class. Class is held in Witterson's Hall in the Arcane Laboratory. When you enter the room, it has an odd, musty smell, and the back wall is lined with shelves, housing a variety of ingredients and magical components. On the top shelf is a large glass jar containing a mass of writhing tentacles. Glowing mushrooms and pulsing vines line the edges of the room, emerging from the cracks in the walls. Metal cages etched with arcane runes hold creatures such as spiders the size of a cat and snakes that are no doubt highly poisonous. The room is dominated by a large central workbench cluttered with various arcane tools and instruments like beakers, vials, burners, and mortars and pestles. Surrounding the central workbench are 8 smaller workbenches with 5 stools. Your fellow classmates have already begun to claim their spots, gathering together with their fellow teammates.
Right, I guess so. We should sit over there where it's a face for us.
I suppose I can do the thing that we've been doing here. With all the faces and your fellow
Whole gang's
classmates.
here.
Whole gang indeed.
Classmates.
Yes. So everyone's kind of settling in, chattering a bit about what you guys are going to be studying. And as your team finds a lab station, you hear a rustling sound coming from a knot of vines and foliage in the corner of the room. Suddenly, a dryad woman... Oh, let me veil her real quick.
Ooh, is this the same teacher I had the other day?
Sure is. Suddenly, a dryad woman bursts forth from the flora. Kaelin, you recognize this as Professor Virelda Lang, your teacher from Arcanobotany. Several students let out a startled gasp or nervous whispers by the spectacular entrance of this quirky professor. She finishes stepping out of the foliage and into the room with a flourish. Her leafy hair is wild and unkempt. She wears a robe made entirely of vines that seem to be alive and moving. A cloak of flowers and leaves as bright green as her skin billows from her slender shoulders. Ignoring the excited chatter from the students, Professor Lang marches straight to the front of the room and slams a large wooden trunk onto the table. As she unlocks the chest, it makes an awful creaking sound, which causes her to furrow her brow at disappointment. She turns to the shelf behind her and plucks a small rodent from one of the cages. She holds the creature close to the hinge joints of the chest and gives a quick squeeze to its abdomen. The rodent belches out an oily black substance onto the surface of the metal. Professor Lang smiles and gives the rodent a treat before placing it back in its cage.
Nice.
Finally, she reaches into her trunk and reveals a stack of pungent frog corpses that have been prepped for dissection. With a gleam in her eye and a wicked smile on her lips, Professor Lang turns to the students and exclaims, "Welcome to Magical Physiologies. Today we're going to be studying some slot-eyed tadpoles. I think I removed all their poison glands, but don't worry, my dear pupils. I'll be here to ensure that you all survive, just in case I forgot."
Oh boy.
Don't take her word for it. She didn't help me when I was bitten by that plant.
Jeez.
I whispered to my teammates.
I'm sensing a theme in Witherbloom.
Rampart is like, "Oh dear, I don't exactly have the strongest stomach. My blood pudding doesn't seem to be agreeing with me."
Well, I can help with the smell at least. And, does anybody want to smell?
I could, yes, I could go for a smell. This classroom is kind of setting my stomach right now.
I'm gonna give him the lavender smell that I have every time I come to Witherbloom.
Rampart takes a big huff with his trunk, and you can immediately see a sense of ease wash over him. Thank you, my dear companion. That does seem to have done the trick.
Fantastic.
Fantastico.
How many of those can you do?
I can do up to 4, but I have one going on someone that I would like to leave up.
Oh,
so I can
okay,
cast,
okay.
So I can cast it on one more person. Destiny, would you like a lavender smell?
Yes, please.
I'll do it up for her too.
The table behind you, Quintilius turns around. I rolled perception for this, by the way. Quintilius turns around and he says, "Did you say you can make something smell better? I've been having the strangest thing over the past day. Seems to be some kind of odor I can't shake. I was wondering if, maybe you could do a fellow freshman a favor and maybe something to mask that."
Oh yeah, sure. We got class right now, so I can try to help you after class.
After class, well, I don't think anybody will notice since there's all sorts of other disgusting smells right now.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that. You're a real pal.
Yeah, I'll help you out when we head to lunch.
Thanks. He turns back to his fellow team members who are like, "Oh, finally." Dude smells like he hasn't washed his shorts.
This is gonna be perfect.
Oh my god. I was literally dying. That was funny.
Are the smelling things, are they like a physical thing? Can I like shove it up my nose when Quintilius is like talking to us?
So, it's like, when I make it, it's like I pour a drop on something, and then it kind of infuses into that item,
okay.
and emits the smell for up to 10 feet. So lavender is probably very powerful around us, with 3 of us smelling like it.
Hell yeah. Okay. I just wanted to know if it was something I could shove up my nose when Quintilius is facing us.
Rosie turns around. She's like, "Hey, you should give something to Aurora. She always smells like cigarettes." And Aurora's like, "Shh, shut up, Rosie."
I can help out with that at some point if she wants it.
Aurora's like, don't worry. I'm not bothered. Just pay her no mind. We have all learned to ignore her.
Alrighty.
Rosie's like, why would you ignore me? I'm like the most charismatic one here. You know, I think I'm gonna be a Silver Quill, or maybe I should be a Prismari. I don't know. I feel like feel like I've got what it takes to be both. You think they'll let me do that? Do like a double major situation? I think I really could go for it. You know, I should talk to the. But she just keeps going on and on, like just like having a conversation with herself almost.
It causes Destiny to like space out. She's like,
The rest of her teammates have gone like they're already like ignoring her. They're just letting her try to run herself out.
and Destiny just dissociates.
Eyes go white. Just.
Destiny, as you stare into space, you realize that you're actually staring at Xanther, and Xanther like looks nervously across the room and kind of gives you a wave, which snaps you out of your trance.
I can't help but wink at him, and then I like turn away, and I'm like, oh, oops.
He blushes and then tries to look very busy at what he's doing at the workbench. Whatever Grayson catches that exchange, and he looks over at you and just fucking stares daggers at your group. It's just like,
I wink at him too.
I wave back, like, "Hey, what up?
he gives you the middle finger.
Is that your best friend or your IQ number?"
It's your dick size, chump.
It's still bigger than yours.
Okay, you guys are gross.
You're gonna get it. So the professor finally comes around to your group and distributes the slot eye tadpoles, which are they're like, well, they're frogs, right? But they're like about the size of a small dog. Like they're
God damn.
Ooh.
pretty
Frogs.
sizable.
They're huge.
Yeah. These are tadpoles too. These are babies. And so they're all like they've got like the little pins, so like their stomach is already like opened up. They're like pinned to a board, and she places it down in front of you, and Rampart like starts turning green. He's just like, give me the lavender, give me the lavender.
I'm actually gonna change his smell to peppermint, because peppermint helps with sick stomachs.
Ooh, that's different. I quite like that.
Yeah, peppermint is good for those with queasy stomachs.
Reminds me of Christmas.
That is an actual thing, by the way.
Cool.
If you're nauseous, peppermint helps.
Today I learned.
Yeah.
We're learning lots today.
I'm actually doing really good with my alchemical character on real life knowledge.
It's it's a cool shtick. I like it.
Yeah.
Elix, any reaction to the tadpoles hitting the table?
Looks like
No. Just waiting
Just
for
taking it all
instructions.
in.
Yep.
And the professor says, okay, we're going to begin by removing the stink bladder. It's a defensive trait that the slot eye have developed, and they emit a powerful stench when threatened. So be careful not to nick the bladder, or you'll cause the entire room to reek of a pungent egg and a noxious, eggy smell.
so Rampart after a bathroom break.
Oh.
Heyo. As the professor's saying this, she's like already like plugging her nose in anticipation. She's got like 2 like cotton balls in her nose.
It's a good thing our group has a powerful smell going on.
Depends on how many people nick the stink bladder.
Yeah.
All right, students, if you want to go ahead and give me a medicine check, please. And once again, this is a group check, so we will be using the overall score.
Okay, where did I get it from? tireless precision. So it's racial for me. Medicine was one of the ones I chose. I get an additional die for.
Sick.
Can I still add
Do you
that
want
to?
to? Yes, I was just going to say, do you want to guidance any of your classmates?
Yes, I would like
Teammates?
to guidance. Probably Rampart since he's
I have
having
10
the most
intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is medicine
It's
wisdom?
wisdom.
Wisdom.
It's
I have
intelligence.
12
Medicine's
Medicine is intelligence. Yeah, it's a knowledge-based skill, not a
Wisdom.
actionable skill.
I'm
It's
looking at the
medicine is
character
wisdom.
sheet and it says medicine is wisdom. Nature says intelligence.
It seems so backwards to me.
Yeah, you guys talk about
I
that
think
all
it's
the
one
time.
of the ones that can be changed to, like how intimidation you could use strength.
DM
I
It
think
does
it's
say
listed
medicine
in.
here, but medicine has always been intelligence. I wonder if they changed it on somewhere and it just got changed on roll 20.
I thought wisdom was always.
Let's go.
So you are guidancing Rampart then?
Yes. And I get my racial die for.
Yeah, on D&D Beyond it says wisdom medicine check. Lets you stabilize non-companions or diagnose illnesses.
Well, we've been thinking religion.
Do you mean history?
No, religion's
Oh,
intelligence.
there is a religion skill.
Let's go.
Like how Kalen's the only one that fucking rolled low.
I know. Well, luckily
That's
my
silly.
Go-
4 put me up to an 11.
What's it called? Yeah, I rolled a 6. Because
Oh, right. Exhaustion. Yeah.
That's
Well,
not true. Has it been a full hour since the coffee yet? Either way,
No.
it would have been the 6, but
yeah, I know.
Elix didn't guidance himself?
no.
You know guidance,
Yes, he guidanced me last session.
so we did. Well, the good news is the majority of you passed. In the result of a tie, we call that a win. So yeah, so you guys successfully managed to perform the necessary dissection. So you start with moving the stink bladder, and then she continues to instruct removing each of the organs of the slot eye as you progress. So you hear a few exclamations from around the room as there are several other failures. Notably, Grayson actually popped his stink bladder, so his whole table is giving him the
The stink eye?
runaround. The stink eye, yes, giving him the stink eye. Thankfully, your kind of protective barrier of smells from Alkaline wards off the more harmful smell, and managed to not really be affected by it. But the rest of the class sure is.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And Professor Lang says, very good, high rollers. That'll be 5 points to your team for such exceptional work. I had my doubts about this Alkaline fellow. He caused quite a ruckus in my Arcanobotany class, but seems that he's maybe a little bit better at this subject.
I wasn't expecting that plant to bite me. It surprised me.
Well, something you'll come to learn over the course of your studies here is that nature can be quite unpredictable and often deadly.
Oh, I'm still excited to learn. I'm actually going to be joining the horticulture club tomorrow.
Really? Well, do give my regards to Urs Maktok. He's the resident leader at the moment, and one of my finest young pupils.
Sure. I can do that.
I wish you luck in your horticulture endeavors.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
The professor continues around the room, checking on other people's assignments, and instructing them where necessary. Go ahead and everybody also give me a perception check.
Oh,
Wonderful.
almost a 14. It rolled away.
I almost had a 20. Natural 20.
Coulda, shoulda.
Well, didn't Russell say that the full hour since you had the coffee hadn't passed yet?
I mean,
No,
we had breakfast at
yeah, the class
We
is
had
a
breakfast at
4-hour chunk, yeah. So it's been as
Okay.
time has gone on, it's
we had
moved on. And he hasn't said that he has wanted another sip yet, so
You're
I'm
welcome
assuming
to
you
more
haven't
coffee.
drank more.
We're hitting the weekend, so that's the appropriate time to worry about not worry about a sleepless night.
Fucking up your bladder.
Elix, you're looking a little tired. Would you like another drink of coffee?
no, thank you. Still not a coffee person.
All right.
What kind of person are you, Elix? I've heard all of the things about what you're not, but not what you are.
Good question.
I don't mean to be rude or anything. I just you're quite the enigma.
Really. I don't consider myself an enigma. I'm just a average Joe. Not a cup of Joe, just an average Joe.
Well, I perhaps there's depths that even you've yet to discover about yourself.
Perhaps. I don't know. It's kind of what college is good for, right?
Indeed.
It's good discovering yourself, all of those selling points.
I think I've already discovered one thing about you. You have some of the most acute observations I've yet to experience.
I'll take your word for it.
You always seem to know what to say.
I think that might be putting too much I don't know,
Well,
pressure on me.
I mean, maybe not at first, but after some thought, you seem to have a great way of succinctly summing things up for us.
As long as there's not a fight to be had, anyway. And I laugh.
Yeah, I'm not much of the adventuring, combat heavy, whatever type. I don't think. Yeah.
Well, that's where you can count on your old pal Rampart. I'll always be the first charging into danger. You can count on that.
I don't want to count on that, but like not in the bad way, but in the good way.
Well,
I get your meaning.
as long as I'm around, I'll keep everybody alive.
Um,
As long as I'm around, I'll make sure to kill whatever's messing with us.
Kill him with fire!
See, we balance each other out. We all have our strengths.
and then there's me.
You're the wild card, Elix. You fill in the gaps where the rest of us may fail.
Don't consider myself much of a wild card, but perhaps I'll find my place in the party balance.
Every group needs a wild card. Wild
It's
card,
not me.
bitches.
I'm not the wild card. I feel like I've been pretty consistent.
We'll figure
And
Okay.
if anyone a wild card, it's probably Destiny.
it out. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, this is for the okay. There was like some little like lore snippets. But these are it says to reveal these during the test, so we'll hold off on those for now. Okay. You guys continue with your assignment for the rest of the morning, and it comes to about lunchtime, and the professor says, "All right, if everyone want to get washed up, and you're welcome to head up for lunch, and we'll return about an hour to finish the rest of the day."
And after these messages.
After these messages.
Well, I'll catch you guys there. I'm gonna help Quintilius with that problem he seems to be having. Unless y'all want to wait for me outside the class.
I'll wait. I kind of
How
want to
long
see
do you
how
think you're
this
going to
goes.
take?
I'll wait. It's good to get some companionship in these few moments that we have together.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes.
Of course.
We can wait, I suppose.
All right. I'll go up to Quintilius. You said you had a problem you wanted me to look at?
Yes, there seems to be some sort of odor that's following me around. I've washed my robes, I've done everything I can think of, put on extra deodorant, but yet here I am. I still reek.
Okay. Well, let me. Is there any particular scents you're fond of?
Anything but stench. I just want to smell good again. I've always prided myself on my cleanliness, and here I am, everyone thinking I'm some sort of mongrel that doesn't shower.
What about apples? Do you like apples?
I love apples. Sounds great.
And I pull out my alchemy supplies and I put them up on the table and I start like mixing some flasks and my out of a components pouch I pull out like some skin from an apple and I add that to the mixture and I continue mixing and then I'm like let me see your bag.
He hands he hands over his. He's like, my backpack. Uh, sure, I guess. And he hands it to you.
And so I'm going to like as I'm getting ready to pour the drop I will dispel the effect that's making it smell like shit and add the new apple smell.
He's like watching very carefully as you do all this, and he's just like, I never realized there was so much magic behind smells. This is quite a unique uh, niche that you practice, Alcalen. Where did you learn to do this sort of magic?
I drew inspiration from a wandering alchemist that visited my city when I was young.
Curious. And what city was that, if I may ask? I could send you the city. I think we talked about it the other day, right?
Yes, we did. I'm trying to remember if I wrote it down or not.
The city of Townsville
Oh wait, it's
is under attack.
sorry. There's an extra R in there.
I thought I wrote it down, but I guess not.
The
I think
hard
we
R.
just talked about it.
Giriper? Is that how you pronounce it?
Girapur, eh? That's Kaladesh, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Oh my, I've heard that's one of the most technologically advanced planes in the entire multiverse.
Yeah. My parents work as research and development for creating magic items.
That is most fascinating. Well, thank you, Alcalen. I almost called you Alcaeus. Thank you, Alcalen. I appreciate you taking the time to do this. If there's any way I can repay you, just please let me know.
No, just we'll you know, we freshmen gotta stick together, right? I know we all have our own teams, but it's still good to help each other out, even if we're technically against each other.
I suppose you have a point. There's no points to be gained from smelling badly or smelling good. It's purely just a quality of life, I suppose.
Yeah. That smell will wear off in at midnight though, so just be ready if
Well,
that other smell comes back. Just let me know.
hopefully the apples will counteract whatever foul stench I picked up. I still can't seem to figure out what was causing the darn thing. No reason to lose sleep over it. As long as it's gone, I'm happy.
Glad I could help.
I'll try to think of a way to repay you. Till then, thanks.
Like I said, it's freshmen got to stick together, and I'll like stick my hand out for a handshake.
He, you can tell his like gut instinct is to like cringe at the thought of touching you, but then you can see him kind of swallow his pride a bit and gingerly shake your hand. He does like the like
Dainty. That's funny.
yeah, very like just like barely like grabs the tip of your fingers.
That's a firm handshake you got there.
No, don't flatter yourself.
Just trying to make you feel better.
All right, well, I'm off to lunch then.
Yep, same. I gotta get back to my group.
So you guys take off.
Yep.
And all right, time for lunch.
So at midnight, I mean, I'll probably already be asleep, but like when I'm going to bed, I'll cancel the smell.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Anything y'all want to do before you leave to lunch?
Nothing comes to mind. I am good. I want food.
Food.
For lunch IRL.
That was an
So,
interesting class. Not sure I'm a fan of dissection pieces.
I'm with you there.
It was certainly interesting. I might be able to enhance my stink bombs, knowing about that bladder now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Stick bombs. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, remember we were talking about it when we were getting to know each other at the Bows Inn Tavern on our first day here.
Ah, yes, of course. How could I forget?
Yeah.
yes,
Alkalin and Elix, as you guys make your way to the lunch, to the cafeteria for lunch, you realize there's something that's made its way into the front pocket of your robes. Each of you find a scale. It's like a reptile scale. Sorry, not like a weight scale. You find a what looks like some kind of reptile scale that has mysteriously made its way into your pocket.
What color is it?
It is kind of a greenish black.
And I'm guessing the frog we dissected didn't have these scales?
You would guess wrong. It did have scales, and they were kind of flaking off as you worked with it.
I guess we got some scales on us from the tadpole.
It's weird. What do we do with this? Should we take it back to the teacher?
Rampart interjects, and he's just like, I've heard that, I've read that slot eye scales have some latent magical properties. They can be used as part of other alchemical mixtures, or even individually. They retain some of their properties even long after the slot eye has passed.
What kind of properties?
They have a resistance to magic.
Elix, can I have your scale? Maybe I can whip up something for us.
Perhaps you can. I guess I'll hand him the scale.
With some creativity, I'm sure you could draw out there more particular uses, but yeah, seems like a stroke of luck to have managed to escape the classroom with one of those.
Let alone two. What was the creature called again?
It's a slot eye, so Slaadi. Slot is the singular. Slot-eye is like the plural.
Okay.
This whole time I thought you were saying slot-eyed.
That's what I thought.
Slot-eyed. Oh God, sorry. Pronunciation. Slot-eye. I don't think we've ever fought one before, but yeah, it's like a D&D monster. Slot.
I think we've done one time a long time ago.
In
I want to say Waterdeep, but I'm not.
Yeah, Waterdeep. Yes, you fought one in the tower, I think. Ooh, spoilers. I should probably not say more. Yes, you did fight one at one. You and Jesse's character, Kyle. You and Jesse fought one specifically.
I remember, yeah, because I remember it was impregnated, but then I guess Jesse was like, cure wounds, or he uses lay on hands
Yeah, used
to get rid of to save it.
And it did not work.
Because it counts as a disease or something like that.
I will say, I'm glad we're taking this class together because it'd be much less enjoyable.
I mean, I'm
Right.
definitely enjoying the class, but yeah, it's more fun with friends, eh?
Well,
Right.
Mr. Witherbloom, we can't all be freaks like you.
I'm sorry, this is the kind of thing that gets my gears turning.
Your gearapers turn.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Just had to.
Creatures have all kinds of components that can be used for creating magic items, potions, all kinds of things. So this kind of thing really is my kind of thing.
Right, that makes sense, I guess.
Well, I'm glad that we can lean on you when necessary.
Right, we're gonna trust you to get us through this class.
I will do my best.
All right, let's go grab some lunch.
Yeah. What are they serving today? I kind of want burgers.
Fried frog's legs.
Oh God. Something with them.
No, actually, no joke. Fried frog's legs, and there's also like a variety of other like kind of like Cajun style cooking. Lots of like spicy and fried foods.
I'll take the spiciest.
Spicy. You find some chicken wings that are like as red as your horns. Just absolutely just fiery, like to bomb beyond insanity levels of hot.
I am gonna get some frog legs. But
Destiny likes the torture.
Jambalaya. It burns.
I definitely find the most bland food I can find.
Yeah, you managed to come across some sort of potato creation that seems fairly. It's a little peppery, but that's probably the most bland thing.
You could probably.
You guys need to try this. She says as like her black lipstick is now just red and she's like crying.
There is just
even
like
with fire resistance.
Yeah. There are like fluids pouring out of every like all her eyes and nose and like. Yep.
This is delicious.
I no, thank you. I'd prefer to keep my sanity when we still have class left.
Oh, okay.
Destiny, the spicy food, despite being delicious, kind of gives you almost a little bit of like a head high. It's kind of a little like gives you a little bit of a buzz, and you're like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's making you feel like kind of funky, like good funky, but not just like you don't feel entirely sober after eating them.
I don't know what they
It's the
put in
endorphin
this,
rush.
but
Yeah, yeah.
I won't eat too much more. I'll leave it at that. Start drinking a little bit of water and be like, oh yeah, it feels like I just went partying.
Yeah, although I've not had anything like crazy spicy, I have heard that is one of the side effects of extremely spicy food. Kind of make you feel a little high. Okay, so lunch wraps up. Back to the grind.
To the grind.
It's all about the grind.
And on your way out of the cafeteria, here.
This is our daily cafeteria encounter.
Is it another basilisk?
Oh, jeez. Someone else had a basilisk.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Not that big. Hold on.
Oh no.
Gargantuan pudding monster.
Okay, so as you guys are walking out of the freshman dorms, if you'll recall, it rained heavily yesterday. So you see one of the like storm drains. You see the gutter, and it looks like it's overflowing. And so you step around it like you would normally would, but then you realize that the fluids coming out of the storm drain are not water, but instead seem to be kind of a brackish brown mixed. Let's see what did I had a description here. A brackish brown earthy color, and there are shreds of like scrolls and shards of broken glass. And then you realize that this is, in fact, as you all astutely pointed out, appears to be some sort of slime monster. And it lashes out, and it's going to take a swing at
What?
someone. Let me roll a die to decide who. It's going to take a swing at Destiny.
Oh
That was a lot of
No.
dice. Why do I have it?
That's instantly lethal because we're all
No.
wizards.
no.
Oh
Can
my
I
god,
use
could you imagine?
Can I use shield just in case?
Yeah. Hold on.
That is a
it's-
reaction-based spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reaction to a hit, so he has to actually have to hit. Before
Yeah.
So in other words, you don't have to
Uh,
waste it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did actually miss. So this
Okay.
this blob of brownish poopy jello. It swings at you, Destiny, but you see it coming a mile. I mean, it's pretty slow moving, so you see it and you're able to step back. But you hear some of the other students starting to freak out and say, "Ah, a monster!"
I'm gonna yell, go get an instructor, we'll keep it busy.
We will.
It's been our job so far, may as well keep it up.
Man, we might need to look into
Oh,
other
God.
careers.
I'm with Destiny on this one.
I know Rampart's got my back.
Is campus security hiring? It seems like we're cut out for the job.
Right?
Maybe they can start giving us a bonus. Put us on payroll.
Seriously. All the work we've done for them, it's the least they could do.
It's been earning us extra points, so I mean,
We'll have to ask.
why not?
Everyone go and roll initiative whenever you're ready. That wasn't clear. I think I rolled too fast there.
I don't want to get hit by the poop monster.
7, 9, 10. Okay, cool, beautiful. Okay, looks like Mr. Rampart, as he so proudly declared, will be charging into battle first. So he will stand back. I've got this, and he will take a swing with his mighty warhammer.
Stand behind Rampart.
And oh wow, he hit. I think that's
Whiffs.
terrible AC.
Oh,
Really?
9
Wow.
hits?
I know. I was surprised too. Good gosh. So he brings his warhammer. He puts his shield up to protect his companions, and he brings his warhammer down. And it's like if you've ever seen those videos of the people making the mochi, where they're like slamming the hammer into this goop. It like sticks to the goop, and he pulls it out before the hammer gets stuck. He's like, this one's a chump. This will be easy.
What's up with everybody bringing their shields to school?
Well,
You're right. Yeah, right?
It's a
Why does
family
everyone have a
relic. It's a family relic. I just want to display my crest.
I'm just like, look at it. This is why we bring our shields.
Okay, so the jelly will attempt to strike. Excuse me, Rampart. And he will succeed,
Whoa.
dealing 10 points of damage to Rampart.
God
Ow.
dang.
It's like half my health. So the jelly slams into his shield, and it almost knocks him off his feet with the force of the impact. And you can see little flecks of the residue still on there begin to steam and burn with an acidic potency. And he's like, this is a family relic. Don't damage it. He's trying to like shake the acid off of it before it damages the shield. Destiny.
Magic missile.
Ow.
Oh,
Pew, pew, pew.
oh.
Nice.
Nice.
15.
15 KO.
What do your missiles look like? I think I've asked you this.
Like smoke.
Okay,
Most of the
so-
Destiny's abilities are like either fire or smoke.
Gotcha. So these like smoky, wispy daggers go flying into the jelly, and you hear it. It makes like a noticeable recoil when it gets struck with the missiles. But it is still standing.
Am I assume I'm within 5 feet of it, right?
You are actually. Oh yeah, because it attacked you first, huh? Yes,
Mhm.
you are. You are within 5 feet. Yeah, let's actually we'll switch. You.
I want to move, but I don't want to get hit. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
stay
was
right
thinking
here.
this is always a mile away. Okay, that'll make it Alcanon's turn.
Don't worry, Rampart. I got you. And I pull out my shield and my alchemist supplies, and I whip up a quick little red-looking liquid. But when I pour it out over his acid wounds, it comes out smoky, and when it hits the affected area, you can see it start like closing up and healing. And I cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you, my dear companion.
Ooh!
I can always count on you for the heals on wheels.
And then I'll scoot back 10 feet.
It was 8 points or 10 points?
It was 8 points.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
4 plus 4. I rolled a 4 and my intelligence is 4. So 4 plus 4.
Pretty good.
It was almost the full amount that he took.
Yeah. Very good. Elix.
I guess I should do something. I'm gonna hold my chest, my crystal, be like, I don't know if this thing has a brain or not, and then try to cast Mind Sliver. It's a DC 13 intelligence save.
I'm not good at that at all. But I rolled a natural 20. Holy shit.
He said not
That's-
today.
That's funny. Yeah, so you try to pierce this thing's whatever brain it may have, but it's so dumb. It's like it can't even understand the mental attack.
Are you telling me it doesn't get -8 to its intelligence saving throw?
Yeah, natural 20 minus 4 for a 16 total.
God,
No, I did not. It's like not possible to get -8. I think you'd have to have a negative intelligence score.
It is sentient though, so there's a brain in there somewhere, but it's unlike anything you've ever seen in its simplicity. Or maybe it's so
Okay,
simple it's
take a couple
complex.
steps.
Helix is
Arguing
like
with people on
behind
the
the
internet.
door.
I just keep going back up there. No, thank you.
What's my max range? I'm gonna be back there.
That's exactly.
All right, heave ho, Warhammer, Kia.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and sink a divine smite into it. I probably should have done that the first time. But we're gonna go ahead and add a die 8 to that.
Get it.
Let's go.
It's
Let's
2 die 8 is a
go.
level
2
1
die 8,
divine smite,
right?
right?
Smite OP.
This might be.
For another pitiful 5 points of damage. But you know what? That's 11 total. That's pretty solid.
And radiant damage.
He sure is. So the Loxodon slams his warhammer into it once again. This time, you see a fiery white light emanating from the hammer as it comes down, and you can see it kind of burning away some of the goopy acid as it strikes into this thing, and he has no trouble pulling out. It doesn't even get stuck. He pulls it right out with no problem and says, "Ha! Take that, foul cretin."
Damn, Rampart, what was that? Why haven't you done that before?
I can only do it a very few number of times, and it expends quite a lot of my stamina, so I try to save it for when only absolutely necessary.
That's fair. Well,
I was unconscious last fight before I even got to use it.
that is also fair.
I think I swung once and missed, if I remember.
You were conscious the whole time, but you were swinging at disadvantage that whole
Oh,
time.
that's what it was, yes.
I think he made like 3 or 4 attacks, but they all missed because it was all disadvantage.
Oof.
Actually, I think he hit once. But anyway.
The jelly once again tries to attack Rampart. This time he manages to fend it off without taking any damage. He bats it away, still kind of recoiling from its powerful smite that burned it.
Nice.
Finish it off, Destiny. It's on its last legs, or whatever it has for limbs.
Pseudopods.
Yes, it's on its last pseudopods.
So.
Precisely.
Woo!
Bang, bang. It
Another
is
15.
dead so.
See, you guys don't need me.
Oh, Elix, you're still here. I didn't even realize.
I thought you went to go get the instructor.
So as your magic missiles sink into this thing, it begins to lose its continuity and kind of dissipate and become this watery brown mess that seeps back into the storm drains. And just as that happens,
A wild instructor appears.
wild Professor Sharpbeak, using her
Bird eyes.
her normal method of entrance, which is teleporting in with a whirlwind of feathers, and says, "Stand back, students. I've got this."
Why is it
No.
always you 3?
The students told me there was a monster. I don't see anything.
There was. We took care of it.
It came from the drains.
It did look like it died, but it went back into the drains.
And she creates like a mote of light in her hand and holds it over the storm drain as she peers down in there, and she says, I'll have to get the janitor constructs to do a thorough sweep of this section. Well, I suppose I should thank you once again for doing a fine job dealing with these magical monstrosities that keep making our way into what I assure you is a safe campus.
Right. It's all right. High magic, things happen. We get
Yeah.
it.
Nothing we can't handle. A-team high rollers.
For now.
Is there anything that you would prefer as a token of my thanks? I can award you more points, or if you'd prefer more monetary compensation, I could provide that as well.
Both of those are good. I don't.
One of the other.
What do you guys
We've been
think?
they're doing pretty good on points. Some coin wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little coinage after all the food on the weekends. I'm sure the cafeteria will still be open, but it would be nice to go eat at the Bosun Tavern again with everybody. Or I still have yet to check out that cafe.
Oh, you'll love it.
Actually, if I may, would you perchance have I don't know, a spell I can copy into the spell book
Ooh, that'd be a good idea
for a
too.
reward?
But I can't learn.
You have a
Something that
particular
might help us fight or something. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not a
Do you have a
specialist, so I
particular
don't
spell
know
in mind?
much. No, I'm kind of still learning, what magic exists in the first place. But I know, but I've copied a few spells from my own, studies, and if there was another,
Tell you what.
if there's something.
She flicks her hand and a scroll appears and she hands it to you. She says, "Perhaps you should pick up the magic missile. Your companion here seems to have mastered it, and if you have any questions, I'm sure she can help fill you in."
Yeah, I could do that.
Yes, that magic missile thing that Destiny keeps using seems very handy.
She also gives each of you a platinum piece.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's
And-
go.
She says, "Just a gentle reminder that paying students for slaying monsters is not exactly something the other teachers would look favorably on. So I trust you can keep this encounter at your, but just between us."
I'm okay with that.
Other students are probably going to hear about the event, but yeah, we won't mention that we were paid.
Right, of course. I just, don't want anyone to get the wrong idea.
Right. You can count
You
on
don't
us
want
for
people
the
to
secrecy.
cause problems and then solve the same problem they caused trying to spam money.
Precisely, Mr. Gaffer.
And to be clear, I got the spell scroll. They got the platinum pieces, right? It wasn't.
You got a platinum too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just a first level scroll. It's not too big a deal. Like I said, she's trying to keep this on the hush hush, so.
It's
Hush money.
bribing.
Hey, him still getting a spell is beneficial for the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's also worth way more than a platinum piece.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the investment.
Of course, I want you to be able to defend yourself, and while I cannot seem to determine why these occurrences keep happening, I assure you that this will be the last.
Well, if not, we got it.
Inside check. Kidding.
Yeah, right. Go for it.
That would be
That'd be
funny if
funny.
she was the one causing all these problems.
I'll just do it. So it'll be funny. I'll be like, is it? Oh, he's almost 20.
Why would a teacher ever lie to their students? Can you imagine? She said, "Very well then, I have a class that I must teach."
Before
And
you go, can
you
you
need
tell
to
us what
hurry as
creature
well.
that was?
What's up?
I said, before you go, can you tell us what creature that was? I like to learn the names of.
It was gone before she got here.
I mean, I've told her what it looked like. Maybe she might know. Based off
Sounds
of
to
my
me like
description.
some sort of gelatinous ooze. Of what breed? You said it was yellow or brown?
Yeah, like a yellowy brown.
If I had to hazard a guess, it would be an aqua jelly.
Interesting. I'm gonna look that up in the library this weekend.
For personal research purposes, of course.
Yes.
Well then, you best hurry on to class.
Right. Yeah, we should hurry.
She disappears in a tuft of whirlwind, a tuft of wind and feathers.
Could you teleport? Oh, and she's gone.
Not gonna happen. Sorry.
Just making a joke. We better hurry. It took up
Well-
a little bit of time.
Yeah, it was only like a minute or
Two
Less
turns,
than a
12
couple rounds.
seconds.
Yeah.
The conversation with the professor took longer than the fight.
Yeah.
Legit. Bro.
All right, let's go. Quickly, I guess.
All in a day's work.
Apparently,
should
Shit, day's
hire
not
us.
over.
I feel like a platinum piece is the equivalent of hiring.
That's why she wanted to remind you that this was a under the table payment and not official.
Yeah. Man, professors
Yeah.
are paid pretty well. This
Let's
is the second
paperwork.
plat piece she's given us.
She's also kind of buying your silence with it too.
Can't complain.
Mm-mm.
Nobody talks to me anyways. It's fine.
That's not
That's my
true.
secret, Captain. I'm always silent.
I talk to you
Do you?
Okay.
sometimes when we have classes together or at lunch.
Do we have any classes together?
We have one.
You're on your way to one right now.
Oh, we have
Yeah, I mean, other than the obvious one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we have the
class on
split
Wednesday.
one.
Yeah. You got my clone.
Or do I have the real you?
No,
And
you,
you're the clones in the other
had
one.
the clone because I dreamt of the class with you.
Oh,
The
right. I
real
suppose that makes
Kaylin,
sense.
please stand up.
So I guess I'm just
Set
not
up.
important enough for the real you. I see how it is.
Actually, next week I'm gonna flavor it as swapped. The real me goes with you, and the clone goes.
But
with you.
I suppose you just decide whichever one you need to go to, and your pseudo clone will appear in the other. I imagine.
Find out two all Kalins in one class next week. You're supposed to be at the other class.
Oh shit. Whoops.
Peak Spider-Man meme.
All right. You guys head back to class, and second half of the day is more study on Slod. This Slod Eye. This whole first couple of weeks is going to be about the different variations on Slot Eye. So she does kind of like a lecture in the second half of the day where she's telling you about the different species. There's red, blue, green, black, several different variations, and they all have unique properties. This is kind of more of like a general overview. It doesn't. They're kind of laying out like the syllabus for the coming weeks and sections that you'll be going over. And yeah, that's nothing really too exciting in the second half of the day, but if there's anything you all want to do.
False. That class was great for me. I like learning.
I just mean no crazy events happening.
No piss and shit monster coming out of the gutter.
No.
I
Just the one.
hope this class wasn't foreshadowing in some form or fashion.
She'll just have to find out. Tune in next week.
I
Just
don't
kidding.
know.
Oh, Elix is pregnant.
Shocked in Spanish. That's a novella I'd watch.
It was the slot. It was the slot all along.
The Slaughtertha all along. do, 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 do. Okay. Well, that's gonna wrap up class for the day.
What did Quintilius's team like? How did their face look when they saw with his new smell?
Relieved. They finally were able to tolerate his presence again, and they seem much less annoyed. Well, Rosie is kind of always doing Rosie things, but everyone else seemed to be relieved by this new development.
She's so hyper she didn't even notice the smell.
Yeah, she's in her own world most of the time. But yeah, that's all I got for this class. Unless there's anything else y'all wanted to do.
Yep. I guess time to eat dinner, go to work, and
Yes.
Go to work. Destiny, what are you doing with your evening?
I'm gonna stop by the coffee shop and
Put in your 2 weeks.
let them know.
So
Like,
I realized that the reason that Destiny can't hold a work a job during the week is because when she gets accepted to the playwrights thing, she's gonna have practice every night. And that's
There
why
you
she's
go.
not gonna be able to have a job.
Exactly.
that's the
Assuming
excuse
she gets the
they'll
part.
use.
Assuming she gets the part. I mean, she could have always whiffed it, you know.
Well, let's go ahead and start there. I think that's we know what the other two are gonna do, but you head down to the fire jolt, and there is lots of students trying to hammer out their any homework or studying they need to do, so that way they can have the weekend to themselves. And so you see your pal Alina and Mina Lee at the
Come on,
barista
Hank.
station.
They don't look busy.
Not too busy. I mean, just they've gotten pretty much everybody served already, so they're just kind of like cleaning and stocking and just trying to get caught up, basically.
Hey,
Welcome back. How are you?
I'm doing good. I was thinking that this job probably won't work out, especially if I, part of the play and all, and I do a lot of practice, and I'm also kind of interested in the Distinguished Society of Fine Artists, and I feel like maybe a job isn't in the cards for me this term.
Well, I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. And if you change your mind, just let us know. Maybe your schedule will open up a bit next year, but I won't stop you from pursuing your other interests. Good luck. You're always
Yeah.
welcome to stop by and have a cup and a chat. You're always welcome here.
I'll make sure to do that. I really do like the treats here. They're really good.
Mina Lee is like, and you're sure it's not because you're gonna be making goo goo eyes at Xanther?
Oh, I'm gonna be doing that regardless of what I'm doing.
Well, whatever. I was excited to have a new friend, but I guess you've got more important things to do.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, you're gonna be a big famous actor, so ain't got time for little old Mina.
Oh, stop. I'll come by and I'll hang out.
Freaking better, okay? I want to hear about how this relationship develops. He better treat you right.
I'll make sure to bring him by so you guys can see it in real time.
Good. I got some questions for him.
Oh boy.
What do you intend with my daughter?
Well, let's make this my last day and I'll help clean up and the week.
When you say that, Mina's like, you can tell she like appreciates the gesture. That she's obviously like pretty bummed that you're quitting, but she's excited that she gets to work with you for one more day. And she's like, well, I better get my mileage out of you now. She hands you a mop and a bucket.
I'll get right to work.
She's like, good. You need to go. There was a spill in the back room, so I've had to close it off because I haven't had time to go back there.
Peeking at all the rooms, just dragging my character around.
And then
I assume the ones in the top right?
Top, just straight behind the barista station. This room back here.
This room.
So as she said, there's like little cones like blocking the room off, and there's like a big. You see, there's like a big, like literally like an entire pot of coffee spilled on the floor.
I'm gonna put my back into it. This floor is gonna be sparkling.
There's a bunch of
prestidigitation. I'm cheating.
there's a bunch of like empty coffee cups and plates and stuff. sitting all over the place.
I use prestidigitation to make everything sparkle when I'm done.
So when you attempt to prestidigitate it away, it actually does not dissipate. The magical nature of this coffee makes it immune to normal cantrips.
Hacks.
Yeah.
It's hacks. I
Wait,
will
that's
mop it.
illegal.
Does that mean
I
that
make
that
the
mimic was made
rules.
of coffee?
What if I get it on my clothes? Oh
Oh, you better don't.
no!
It says it's immune to magic. Doesn't mean it's immune to a washing machine.
You just need magic soap, obviously. The fucking mop water is magic too. Come on.
You cast the spell magic on the coffee, then press the digitation to clean it. You spend your big level 3 spell on coffee and
On a stain.
Spells.
on a stain, on each stain, right?
Oh my god.
You know what, Destiny, go ahead and give me a. Let's do a just sleight of hand check, I think.
Make a cleaning check.
Make your. Yeah, I want to see your mopping skills.
We'll see.
Not terrible.
It's pretty average.
All right. You managed to prevent yourself from turning the mop bucket over.
Okay.
No, yeah, you spend your time and energy mopping away, and it's pretty tiring. You kind of underestimated how much physical effort mopping is, but you really want to do a good job, so you take your time with it, and it looks good. I just realized I think I might be using the wrong version of this map because that F5 isn't supposed to be visible. Sorry. I think there's a version that isn't keyed. Oh, whatever.
Figure it out later.
Yep. But yeah, you get it cleaned up, and you collect all the dishware that's strewn about. And then get like the couches and chairs and tables and everything reorganized.
And then I prestidigitation to make everything sparkle. Finishing touch.
Can prestidigitation can make an odor too, right?
Yep.
That's one of the things it does.
Yes.
A very small temporary one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You add a lemony fresh smell to the room.
Ah,
Smells
press the
like
digipine saw.
Prestidigitation. Exactly. Fabuloso. All right. After a while, Mina comes to check on you, and she goes, not bad. Man, now I'm even more bummed that I'm going to be losing out on you. I didn't know you were such a hard worker.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make a good last impression.
I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time. Thank you, Destiny. Seriously.
Of course. And I'm still around. We don't need to act like I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Dead to me, okay? Just kidding. Listen, I'm a silver quill. We can be kind of dramatic, in case you haven't heard.
And I'll spend the rest of it just talking to her, doing anything she asks me to do.
Yeah, things are pretty slow. Most of the people are spending their weekend elsewhere, so things trail off pretty quickly. So you guys actually have a chance to kind of just sit and talk. She's, let's go sit over here. And she's like, so how are things going with Xanther?
Pretty good. We're gonna meet up tomorrow, later in the day.
Ooh, is this the first real date?
It is.
I don't count lunch dates, by the way. That's what friends do. Only real dates are, So what's he got planned?
We haven't talked, but I'm hoping he surprises me. If not, I'm thinking going down to the town. Know what I mean?
Snarlton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a pretty cool spot. They got some, oh man, they got some great restaurants and lots of places to shop. You should check out, if you do, you should check out the Mystic Market.
What's that?
It's honestly, it's got like a little bit of everything. That's one of my favorite places to just kind of wander around and surprise myself. If you're just, they've got all kinds of just odds and ends. There's a cute little gnome man there. His name is Ollie, and he runs the place.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
tell him Mina said hi, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
I'll make sure to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hopefully that's what we do tomorrow, unless he has something else in mind. I'm leaving it to him.
Sure, yeah. Let him do the work. You know, don't make it too easy for him. He's got to impress you, right?
Exactly.
Girl, you're worth it.
I'm worth it. I'm gonna be dressing up so nice. I'm gonna be smelling so good. Got a friend to hook me up.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Well, definitely. I wish you luck. Okay. I hope things go well for you, and like I said, make them work for it.
Don't worry, I'll come by and let you know how it went.
Give me all the deets.
I'll order some coffee and I'll tell you all about it.
So as the night kind of comes to a close, she reaches out for a hug, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss working with you. You better visit."
Oh, I will.
Alrighty then. Bye.
Bye. All dramatic. Bye. No, bye. Bye. Set the exit.
Whoops.
Animate tears the entire time.
So you head back to your dorm, I guess?
Yes, and I don't know how much time there is, but I'll try painting something. Or at least, like, start something.
Honestly, you get home and you're pretty exhausted from working and from class, and the week is just kind of catching up with you now, and you want to make sure that you're fresh for tomorrow. You got a big day, so you actually pretty much just fall into bed when you get home.
Comfortable.
Comfy.
I could sleep in. Shh.
I know.
Kind of.
So let's jump over to Elix next.
Elix is always first. Stick with it.
I don't know. I just always. Oh, whoops! Wait, hold on. Don't look. Close your eyes.
I already
We're
see.
going digital.
I had it already set up for Saturday. Whoops.
Wrong lever.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
Wide. Okay. Alrighty, like, so you get to the library and it's another shift. Yeah, you get to work, stocking the books or collecting them so that the archivist can restock them. And it is like a ghost town in here. It is literally just like you and the shelves.
So peaceful.
Yeah, there's something very just calming about the quiet. It's like you can finally hear yourself think.
Nothing fancy. I'm obviously still tired from the night before, but other than that, I just kind of just work at a nice leisurely pace. Obviously, feels like there's a lot of dead time because nobody's here. So I'll take that opportunity to read a little bit, some of the books that I'm putting away since I've got a little bit of extra time. And nothing fancy, I don't think, but just kind of open a book, read a few pages or paragraphs of something. If anything sticks out.
It's you know what? Go ahead and roll a die of 10 for me.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, I have to
I rolled a 7. I don't know if it.
Yeah, sorry. I just have this freaking itch on my back. It doesn't want to go away. Okay. So yeah, you thumb through these books, and most of them are either like too specific and complex, or not really just like of interest to you. But you do come across one that's it's by Miranda Goshawk. Goshawk, and it's a beginner mage's standard book of spells.
What's it called?
A beginner mage's. I'm gonna post it. Beginner mages.
It's just a book with free spells in it.
What a coincidence!
Beginner mage's book of spells by Miranda Goshawk. And you see that there is a variety of first level spells in here, all of which would be very handy if copied into your own spell book.
Super expensive though.
Yes. But you do have a little bit of coin in your pocket, and you are at the place where you can purchase from the campus store if you'd like to purchase some materials to do so.
I'm about 25 gold pieces short of a level 1 spell. So
Still, after 2 platinum pieces?
it's 50 gold pieces per level of the spell.
Oh, so that's only, you've only got 20?
I've got 25 now.
Woof.
But that's okay. That's why we have a job, to specifically cover that.
It's just gonna take a few
So-
weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna take some time.
but
You kind of jot down in your notebook, you kind of jot down the name of this book and think to yourself, that might be handy later.
I feel like I know this by now. How long am I able to check out a book for?
I'm gonna say 2 weeks. That sounds like a normal amount of time, right?
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean, our library here, it's like fucking a month, but that's might be a little extreme for
I believe it
school
is
library.
2 weeks, but they really don't care if you're late.
Yeah, they'll let you like recheck it a couple times. So it's like 2 weeks, but you can recheck it up to like 3 times or something if you're still using it.
Okay, that's yeah. I'll just make a mental note of the book, flip through it, see if any spells interest me.
Yeah, there's lots
But
of good
also-
stuff in there. Magic missile, shield, mage armor, lots of just essentials.
Lots of good first level spells and cantrips in there.
Yep.
Except you can't learn cantrips, I think.
What?
You can't learn cantrips, right? I thought
No, not
cantrips could
really.
be
What's it
written
called?
into spellbooks.
It's cantrips. Cantrips are a little complicated, but you're technically right. But there's a level 3 wizard ability that lets you change out cantrips, and so this book is a great way to narrate that variety.
Yeah. Vancian magic is a bit weird. It basically says that spells are like they physically take root into your head, and your brain can only physically contain so many spells, which is why you're limited to cantrips. It's some deep Forgotten Realm shit.
Man, there's some game I played that had like memory slots and different like spells would take so many.
Divinity?
Is it Divinity?
Divinity did have memory slots for how many spells you could carry.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah,
That's
I haven't read the books, but yeah, like in old Vancian magic, they literally would like call the spell from the ether and store it into their head. That's like for casting later. It's like OG D&D.
That's super cool. That's kind of my interpretation of like attunement slots. It's kind of like the magic they attune to your soul and your body, and if you tune to more than 3, it puts too much stress for your body to handle on it. And so that's why it drops 1.
Unless you're an artificer. Hey.
Unless someone actually commented on the Twitch thing. They said Vancian magic is dumb. I'd hoped Strixhaven would fix it for 5e, so I made a few improvements, but didn't bring in spell points like I hoped.
Man,
From DM's workshop. I don't know who that is, but nice to see you here.
Star Wars 5e does a spell points system, and I love it so much better than D&D's spell slots. If I just want to cast
D&D
3rd level spells, mine with using all my points, and fuck it, who cares?
Pros and cons to both.
Yeah,
But
I'll go through them quicker.
yeah. But if nothing else happens this night, I'm going to just make a mental note of the book and then finish up my shift and look for She Who Must Not Be Named. I can't remember her name. It's totally drawing a blank on me. Hold on. Did I write it down? Am I at least a halfway smart person?
Is that way she can't be named because you can't remember her name?
What's it called? Nope, looks like I did not write it down.
Can you give me a hint?
No,
as
it's
to
the
who
girl.
you're
It's
speaking?
it's the lady who works in the little cafe inside.
Oh, her name is Isla. Aisla. I think that's how you say that.
I think we actually have a person of interest on her.
Probably.
No, we don't. We did for
I have
Mino
Isla.
though.
Not been keeping up with those like I probably should.
Yeah, you should definitely put up the professors in like a professor's tab.
There you go. Did it pop up?
Oh, yes. Fitzbottom?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's the little gnome.
she was actually
Half
a
elf?
persons of interest.
A little gnome.
Yes.
Did I say half? Did I say half elf?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the picture. That's all.
She's a gnome. She's a gnome. She's supposed to
Oh, okay.
be. With the last name like
Um,
Fitzbottom, probably.
Yeah,
a
she's-
gnome.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go find her to get paid.
Yeah, she's in the cafe.
What is Friday? It's payday.
Ugh.
Hey.
Hello, Miss Isla.
She's like, she's got her head like under a shelf, and she like bonks her head. And she's like, hi, I'll be right with you.
Take your time.
Oh, let me just grab an ice pack. I'll be right back. And you see her like, she pulls out. She's got this big rucksack that she uses to hold her like supplies in, and she like puts like the upper half of her entire body into it as she's like fishing around for what she's looking for, and then she pulls out the big like blue like old school like ice pack, and she's like, that's better. Oh hey Elix, what can I do for you?
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, just a little bump on the head. No big deal. Probably lost a few brain cells, but whoever needed those things, am I right?
Yes, exactly. No, I was just finishing up for the week here. I believe that the docket said that we get paid on the last day of the week. So,
Oh, you mean you're not doing this for free? I thought this was a charity.
but if it's a charity, wouldn't I don't know. No, yeah, I need money for spells. So, you know.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Elix. Of course you were gonna get paid. She she pulls out a couple coins. She's actually gonna pay you in silver, so you'll get instead of 5 gold pieces, you'll get what is it, 50 silver?
50 silver.
And she
Oh.
plunks it down on the table, and she goes, "Here you go. Hope you don't mind silver."
No, money's money at the end of the day, I suppose.
You
Thanks.
still coming in on Sunday?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Well, I guess we'll see you then.
Thank you. I'm gonna walk over. Is the shop, magic supplies, shop open? That's across the hallway.
Yes, it's almost closing time, so you got like 5 minutes.
I'm gonna walk to and talk to the minute. Hello, sir. I was wondering if you would do a.
You see, he's like counting the register of coins. You hear it like clunk, 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 like as he's like 21, 22, 23.
When I see him counting, I'll just sit there and just wait for him to finish.
You see him, like, as he's counting, you see his eyes flick up to you for a moment as he glances at the door. He finishes counting, and then with his quill he writes his number down on a scrap of parchment. He's just like, "What can I do for you, my boy?"
Oh, well, I just got paid by Miss Isla over there. She paid me in 50 silver pieces, which is really heavy and a lot of stuff to carry around. So I was actually hoping I could exchange these silver pieces for 5 easy to carry gold coins.
He's like, "Well, I could always lighten your load by selling you a few things. You want to make a purchase?"
I don't know if I need anything right now.
Of course you do. You could always use something. Let's see. We've got spell components. We've got wands. He starts just like listing off everything in the store.
Oh, that's I guess, Russ, is there anything that sticks out there? Is there anything that sticks out as
I mean, so they've got like
non-generic?
Yeah.
Does he have a postable list?
Well, let's see. It's got. I think I briefly mentioned before. It has. Oh my God, 300 gold pieces. Christ Almighty.
Oh.
Those are.
I don't have that.
expensive.
I don't have that much. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Everything.
Let me
here
go
is
slay a dragon real quick.
That's gonna be like our entire first semester of working.
Not even.
Seriously.
The 16 times 5 is like not even 100.
Oh,
Yeah. But like, yeah, basically, things that you could afford. Like I said, he does have spell components. He has components for copying in spells to your spell book. He does, well, first level spell scrolls are 50 a pop. Honestly, nothing really you could afford other than just like mundane, like, quills and like non-magical scrolls, like just literally like office supplies is pretty much all you can afford right now. So nothing really of interest.
Well, I've actually got to save up money for my spell book and stuff like that. So I'll be back at some point once my job pays me more.
do they offer a student discount?
You don't offer discounts to your only patronage. That's just
He's
called
like,
the price.
It's like, well, since you do work at the library, we could give you 20%.
Well,
Still can't believe
it's, yeah.
he will give you 20% off though, since you work at the library.
Well, that means it would run about 40 gold pieces for what I need. But I've only got 30.
You're almost there.
Well, I'm going to stay working in this. I'll be working here for a while, but unfortunately, I can't quite afford that right now.
That's all right. Listen, I wouldn't be a very good salesman if I didn't at least try.
I suppose I'll assume that's true.
He reaches his hand out for your sack of coinage.
I'll put it in his hand.
He quickly counts out the silver and then plunks 5 gold coins into your hand.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Takes a load off.
Yeah, anytime. I could always use more change. Most students pay in gold anyways, so certainly could use the fewer trips to the bank, the better. Am I right?
Yes, I suppose. I suppose you're right. I guess.
Well, keep up the good work, lad. Study hard and don't spend all your gold down at the Bozen.
I'm not planning to. But thank you for helping me out here. Appreciate it.
Till next time.
Goodbye, sir. And I leave and head back to the dorm.
Fare thee well. All right. Yeah, as you head back to your dorm, pretty uneventful. It's late in the evening. As you do kind of pass through the commons, you see the Bow's End is, I mean, it is popping. You can see people spilling out of the establishment, and you can hear the music and drunken rocker from all the way over at the library.
Yeah, well, that passed the Bow's End because it's late, and I'm super tired still, and head back to the dorm to get a good night's rest.
Elix is like, I'm glad I'm not Alkaline.
Right.
Back to reality. Okay. Just setting up real quick. 1 moment. Actually, no, let's do this and then we'll take our break after Kalen's scene. Do I not have a Guillaume token? Guess I don't. Huh, weird.
There's a drink called Pixie's Piss. And it's 5 gold pieces.
My favorite.
That better be genuine pixie piss for that price.
Oh, it is.
But they're like pixies, so it's like, magical.
Like a shot, yeah. It's just like barely any.
There's a lot of
I'm
things.
sure
that cost a lot.
it's cooked just enough to get the ammonia out, just to leave all the sparkle. Or is it just sparkling water? Is pixie fish just sparkling water? I guess there's only one way to find out.
It's like champagne.
I know when we get the chance, I'm definitely gonna try the Alchemist Special. That one's 3 gold pieces. I wanted to try that on our first day there, but I was like, it's so expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we gotta get you guys doing some quests or something and make some money.
I think I'm gonna see if I can find something on Sunday.
Okay. Now, Kalen, when you arrive at the Bow's End, it is already popping. I mean, literally, like, there's barely any chairs available, even outside. And you head in, and the kitchen is a madhouse. I mean, it is. Imagine all these stools have people on them. I just don't feel like copying the tokens anymore. But yeah, you get in, and the kitchen is like all hands on deck. People are running around back and forth. Guillaume is barking orders left and right, and he sees you come in, and he's like, "Oh, Kalen, get washed up. I need you on fry station."
Yes, chef.
And so, like, literally from the moment you walk in the door, you are just constantly busy. He's got you mostly doing the fryer, but every now and then he'll have you jump onto another station to chop veggies or plating food or whatever. And you're just like all over the place. There's like barely even time to talk. You're just constantly busy.
I got this.
But you hold it down. You do as you're told, and finally, the tavern begins to clear out. Well, actually, no. It stays open after the kitchen closes. So the kitchen closes at 9, but they stay open on weekends. They actually stay open a little later. But yeah, you guys get everything cleaned up, and Guillaume just looks spent. He is just like wiping his brow, and he's still got like schmutz all over his tusks from all the work that they've done this evening.
Well, Guillaume, you're looking pretty tired. We don't have to have that dinner tonight.
Yes, opening weekend tends to be a bit busy, so I appreciate it, Kalen. I'm gonna take a rain check, but I do want to have that dinner with you. Maybe on one of the slow days next week. Monday?
Sure, sounds good to me.
Very good. I appreciate your understanding, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get home.
Sounds good. Am I still good to cook myself a meal to go?
Oh, sure, yes. My kitchen is your kitchen.
Cool. I'm gonna make, I don't know, one of the dishes I've already made before.
All right, yeah, we'll do the fish from yesterday, the quipper.
Sure.
So still fresh in your mind. You managed to throw together a little to-go lunch or to-go dinner, and as you're getting ready to leave, one of the bartenders, you see her. It's she's like an owlin, right? And you see her waving one of her wings, trying to get your attention. She's like, "Hey, new guy, come here."
Points to myself. Me?
Yes, you. You're both like having to, or she's like having to shout over like all the people talking in the room. And she's like, she's got like the little cocktail shaker thing, and she's like mixing as she talks, and she's like, "Been seeing you come in this week. How you like working in the kitchen?"
I love it. Chef Guillaume has taught me a lot already.
"Order up." And she like flicks her wand, and the shots are sitting on like a little silver platter, and the platter levitates over to the table, and you see like one of the students walking to the bathroom has to like duck under the platter. He almost like gets clotheslined by it. She's like, "Watch where you're going there." Eesh, friggin' amateur night, man. Well, hey, listen, I'm glad to hear it, but if you're ever looking to pick up an extra shift or two, I could use some help on the weekends with, as you can see, we're pretty busy. Lots of drinks need to be served.
I might take you up on that. I'm working on being an alchemist, so mixing drinks seems like it would be my kind of ballpark too.
Alchemist, eh? Well, yeah, that seems like it could be something that you'd excel at. And if you're good in the kitchen, you can, at the very least, help me out, with some of the more basic stuff. I mean, just whenever you're free, give me a shout. I could always use extra help Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, I think my team has plans tomorrow night, so I didn't have any plans. I can come in tomorrow night. I believe the Horticulture Club is during the day.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Whatever we open at 6, so sooner you get here, the better.
All right. Yeah,
And
I'll be here.
we get paid off tips. It's not a steady salary, but most of the students tend to tip well, as long as you don't mess up their drinks.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Cool. I'm Shivadri, by the way.
Alkaline, and I'll stick my hand out for a shake.
She shakes your hand with her wing-like hand, and she kind of lingers. She does kind of like a weird thing where she like the handshake goes on a little longer than it probably should, and then she like pulls her hand back nervously, and she was like, "I'll see you tomorrow then."
Sure, I can't wait. Like it didn't
Toodaloo.
register. I'm not used to affection.
Yeah, it was kind of an awkward first meeting with her, but
It was a foul experience.
Hey!
Da-da-da-da-da. And on that note, I think we are going to take our 5-minute break.
Sounds
So I can tell Kyle how bad his joke was. No, I'm just kidding.
You can berate him and tell him
No,
never
you're
again.
good. For everybody watching at home, or in Twitch rather, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm going to be sticking around to answer those. We will be back shortly, and hope you're enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, you know the deal. Okay, we'll be back. Yo, yo, yo. We are back. Let's get to it. All right. So that was the end of Friday, right?
Yep.
We're all. Did anybody else have anything we wanted to do?
Oh, I needed to get paid. Who do I collect my paycheck from?
Yeah. Guillaume paid you before you left.
Okay, how much was it? 5 gold?
5 gold. Yes.
Did I get my 3 gold?
Did you work 3 days or 4 days?
3.
Yeah, you got your 3 gold. They all paid you before you left.
Yeet.
I'm rich, bitch.
Bitch better have my money. Okay, so let's see, where should we? So you awaken Saturday morning, your first day off at Strixhaven. Day is yours. Let's start with let's start with Alkalin.
Horticulture club.
Wait, I wanna grab him before he goes. I wake up super early
Yeah.
and I'm like,
We could still get breakfast together before we officially start our day.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, breakfast time.
hey,
cafeteria.
Alkalin,
What's up, Destiny?
you think you could maybe hook me up with a really nice smell? I'm going on a date with Santher.
Yeah, what kind of smell are you interested? I've heard, strawberries are supposed to be an aphrodisiac. I wouldn't know. I think they just taste like strawberries, but, would you like to smell like strawberries, or did you have something else in mind?
Strawberries would be excellent.
Strawberries it is. And so I pull out my alchemist supplies at the table and I start whipping it up. And one of the ingredients is like the little black seeds from the strawberries. I throw that in there and it turns the color into like a light pinkish color. Where would you like it? Doesn't really matter where, it just needs to be a tiny object.
She's like looking down at herself. She's like, I guess you could put it on my shirt, maybe? Would that work?
I could put it on one of the buttons. Is this the outfit you're gonna wear tonight?
Yes. And she is like kind of all dressed up.
Yeah, and I pour the little 1 drop on the button, and then boom. Smells like strawberries within 10 feet of Destiny.
Yes. Thank you.
No problem. I'm always happy to help. Now, I gotta get me some eggs. I am starving.
Eggs.
You know those like hair curler things that women will wear like before they go to bed and stuff? She has like
Yeah.
some of those in her hair. And she's like still trying to like pull some of them out.
She's like, this is too early for me. I tried.
I tried.
I'm gonna grab some sausage biscuits and chocolate milk.
Chalky milk.
Chocolate milk.
I legit come back and sit down with just an entire plate of eggs, and that's it.
So
My Kaylin, it seems that you're really enjoying your protein today.
Well, they don't limit us on how much we can eat. I fucking love eggs.
I suppose, but you know they have other options besides eggs. There's bacon and pancakes and toast and fruit, all sorts of different things.
Yeah, but I eat those other things too. Today I just want eggs. Eggs are great.
You're going to turn into an egg, you eat that much.
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
I'm merely just making an observation.
Destiny, you are excited about your date today?
Yeah, I think it'll be quite nice.
Is this what you expected when you came to school here? To be on a date the very first weekend?
Honestly, I expected the first day. But
Wow, is that what it's like in hell? You just walk into some place and get a date?
well, usually when I visit other planes, not too much
Uh,
often in hell, but I go and visit, find a nice, charming man, and we have a
a
nice
date?
date. Yes.
Ah, yes. What is I don't know. Is there like a interplanar Tinder?
Whatever do you mean?
Well, I don't know. Tinder is like fire, right? It's about starting a spark. So, and you're from hell, so I'm just assuming that there's a multiverse Tinder that you can use to connect with people.
I don't use anything of the sort, but maybe I should try it.
Felix,
I
it
don't-
sounds like you've stumbled across a million gold piece idea.
have I? I just assumed it existed. Uh, how else do
I'm-
people meet each other?
Generally with conversations and similar interests.
No wonder I failed so spectacularly.
From my studies, I've read that many young couples will meet in a bar or some other sort of place where alcohol is imbibed.
Hey, I work at a bar.
Indeed,
That
you
seems a bold place to meet someone when everyone's intoxicated and not themselves.
do. See, that was my exact same thought. How could you get to know someone when they're not truly themselves?
Maybe we need to try this later.
Wait, what are we trying exactly? The alcohol? I feel like we're too young to drink alcohol.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Are you not of age?
How old are you, Elix?
18?
If you don't mind my asking. 18?
He's
You
sorry.
are quite young.
How old are
Insight
you
check?
guys?
Can I insight check his 18?
Oh, yeah,
He
sure.
sounded like he was confused. Where is it?
Oh,
There it is.
Elix, you can't ask a woman her age.
Elix, are you lying?
No.
He is painfully telling the truth. Rampart says, I am a ripe old 22.
Hey, me too.
Woo! High five.
22 club.
22. How about you? Yes, I was. I had considered entering into Strixhaven prior to this year, but I had duties that my family had duties that unfortunately delayed my enrollment.
Kaylin, how old are you? Since we're apparently not the age we thought we were.
I'm 21. I am a year younger than Destiny.
Interesting. So, all right. I
Would
guess
seem you're the
suppose.
baby of the group.
Yeah.
Yep.
I suppose I am the baby of the. That explains so much, honestly.
I will have to do some research into the laws and guidelines of Strixhaven to see if you're able to consume alcohol with us.
Um,
I'm sure the different planes all
Uh,
have different drinking ages.
Yeah, in hell
yes.
anyone can.
well, I imagine drinking ages are quite difficult when races mature at different ages.
It's also true.
So
Though you being a human are one of the more widely researched races.
right, because we're everywhere.
That
Do you,
sounds like
do
a
you know
plan.
that's why? Did you know that's why the common tongue is considered the common tongue? Because humans are everywhere, and so therefore it became the easiest language to trade with.
So common is actually just human?
Functionally, of course, it's adapted a little bit of other languages as time has gone on, but it's primarily a human language.
Interesting.
My home plane has rarely anyone speaks Loxodonic, except in very stuffy traditional rituals and for specific events, but conversationally it is an archaic language.
You should. I mean, language is important to culture, and you shouldn't, pass that up just because it feels stuffy. You know?
Oh, of course. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm well read in Loxodon, but it is just like I said. It is only spoken. It's a bit like Latin in real life. Like nobody speaks it. Like
Right.
it does have roots in language, but yeah, it's not really like a conversational language.
Do y'all know any other
That's
languages
yeah.
besides Common and your home tongue?
I know Draconic.
Hey,
I
me too.
know Common
I
Loxodon
say
and one
Draconic.
other.
I too speak Draconic as part of my studies of magic.
Hey, what are the chances?
I
Eh,
also picked up a little giant while I was living. There's giant tribes and stuff out where I live, and sometimes we interact. Not a lot, but it's a good language to learn on the side.
That's really cool. My parents were gifted a book on primordial, and like I didn't have a lot to do at home, so I studied it myself, and I speak primordial fluently.
My first language was Infernal.
Nice.
That's kind of what everyone speaks where I'm from.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
I have in my studies when I figured that I was soon bound for Strixhaven, I decided to study Owlin. The Owlin folk are the one of the native races, major native races rather, of Arcavios. So I figured it would be good to brush up on it since I was coming here. It seems many of our classmates and professors are of the Owl folk.
That explains
What?
why you seem so close to Javanesh.
Yes, he and I have become quite chummy.
Well, if you
Learning-
guys ever want to learn infernal curse words, I got you.
If I wanted to learn foul language, I'd learn Owlin.
Oh no, not again.
Oh boy. Oh, Elix. We should start a stand-up comedy club. You would excel at that.
I would learn the invisibility spell quicker than I could say invisibility.
Perhaps we could arrange some sort of sheet or something and disguise you.
No, thank you.
Elix, you still up for checking out the old Dragon Chess Club today?
Oh yeah, yes. Let's do you know what time we're supposed to meet?
I think they said that we can show up as early as 10 a.m.
Oh, well, that's only like an hour from now. So I suppose we should finish breakfast and head that direction.
Works for me. I'm ready when. Oh, excuse me. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, well, I don't know if we're ready to time jump, but I'm okay with time jumping.
Man, I thought they would never leave.
Yeah, I'm good here whenever y'all are.
All right, yeah, I'll head to Dragon Chess Club.
And we will walk with Alkalin, who is also headed that direction.
Hey.
Horticulture Club will
Bye,
be meeting
Dusty.
in the Biblioplex before moving on to their greenhouse. Well, if we don't see you before then, good luck on your date, Destiny, and make sure he wears his armor. I've heard that you're supposed to tell people to wear protection, so I hope he wears armor and a shield on your date.
I hope your
That
date is
makes sense to me.
fruitful.
I guess before that, I'm probably gonna go check out the Distinguished Society of Fine Arts.
Oh,
See you guys for lunch, I guess.
I suppose
would
I'll
we
have
like to
time.
dine in the cafeteria? Or perhaps we might pay a visit to the Beaux Inn.
I'm
It's
down.
open.
There's actually a meal I've been dying to try, and I now have the money to pay for
Well, the Beaux Inn doesn't open to 6, so we might have a little trouble
Oh,
eating there
right.
for lunch.
Right. I keep forgetting. Yes, they don't serve lunch.
We might
You
be
guys
able to
could
try
always
the
check out
Fire Jolt
Snarlington.
Cafe.
Yeah.
What was that, Destiny?
You guys could check out Snarlington.
What's that?
It's a nice little town that students like to visit on the weekend.
How far away is it?
I don't actually know.
Do you know how to get there?
Yeah.
I am picking up an extra shift tonight, so I have to be back at work at 6. I don't know how long the clubs are.
I don't want to spend any money right now. So I will probably not go to Snarl Town. But I can spend this time catching up on homework and other small things. Readings while I have my first evening off in 5 days. So 6 days, whatever the case may be. So no, I think I'll probably just stay home and relax. You know, play Tetris on my Tetra Cube here.
I don't have plans for tomorrow. I'd be down to check out this Snarl Town.
Actually, I work tomorrow. Not that that's stopping you from going.
Snarlton. Just
Snarlton.
everyone's pronounced it differently. It's Snarlton.
Well, we've all heard it like once, so we're trying to
It's okay.
base it off of memory.
Just,
Snarlton.
it's just funny, like 3 different pronunciations in under a couple minutes. Snarlton. Anyways. Very well then. Tally ho.
Who's Tally?
It's a turn of phrase.
Oh,
Easy
I
on
suppose
you.
you
Okay.
speak a phrase, you don't turn one. These are the questions. We're here to study it. Strixhaven.
I suppose so. Also, why is Tally a hoe?
I
Or is hoe just the last name?
don't think she is. I think it's more of an exclamation. It's not
alright.
not in reference to any particular person.
Oh,
Like Excelsior.
right.
I don't think I've heard
Or
that
is she
one
a
either.
farmer, and it's about like a hoe?
Oh, Elix. Take the student out of the classroom, but not the classroom out of the student, I suppose.
If you say so. The Dragon Chess Club.
Yes, to Dragon Chess Club. Save all that hard thinking for your chess moves. Right. So to the Biblioplex. Biblioteca.
Yamoti.
Do with okay.
There I am.
Bing, bada boom. So yeah, you come into the library and it is just as empty as it was Friday night. Everybody is out and about doing other things, but you do hear the faint chatter of the horticulture club coming from your left here. Oh, Kaylin.
Alright, I guess this is where we part ways, guys. Y'all have fun with Dragon Chess.
Certainly gonna try.
Best of luck to you as well.
Have fun doing plant stuff.
I
Tweet
will.
plants.
Right. Don't get bitten by poison ivy.
No promises.
Poison Ivy, isn't she a superhero or heroine?
I thought she was a villain.
I have no idea who Poison Ivy is. She's a character? I thought she was a plant.
Perhaps this will require further study.
Perhaps Caitlin can tell us after his class. or his club class meeting thing.
Yes, we'll have to quiz him. So, Kaylin, you come upon a couple of people that are sitting around in this indoor garden, and the I can never tell if he's an orc or a troll. I think he's a troll.
The blue guy?
He's got, yeah, this guy. He's got really big tusks, so I'm thinking troll.
It's definitely a troll in my book.
So you come up and this troll is handing out papers to the others, and he sees you come up and he hands one to you as well. He says, "You're here for the club, right?"
Yeah.
Perfect timing. We're just getting ready to head over to the greenhouse.
Sweet. Are you the one in charge of the club?
Unfortunately, so. The senior that ran it last year graduated, so now I'm the senior member.
Oh, Professor. Her name wasn't written down, and I've already forgotten.
Lang?
Lang. The Dryad.
The Dryad? Yeah, that's Professor Lang.
Professor Lang told me to send you her regards.
She's my favorite teacher. What class are you taking with her?
I am taking Arcanobotany, and of course magical physiology.
Seems like you have a green thumb.
Absolutely.
You look down at your blue hand.
Prestidigitation, I make it green.
He's like, whoa, I didn't mean literary. That's pretty cool.
Well, I am an aspiring alchemist, so herbs and plant life definitely pique my interest.
Well, you're in the right place. We're all plant lovers here, and we're getting ready to head over to the greenhouse if you'd like to join us.
Absolutely.
All
My
right.
name's Al Kalin, by the way. I stick my hand.
My name is Earth Mactalk. Apologies to everyone at home, but this is how this character speaks. There's no way he doesn't have a lisp with those big fucking tusks coming out of his face.
Just adding that to my
what-
character sheet.
Yep. Whenever you're ready, you can follow me this way.
Yep, let's go.
All right. So he actually leads you over to your surprise, to the Quandrix campus. We'll be headed over to the Cultivarium. So the Cultivarium is a sprawling, state-of-the-art greenhouse located here on the. We'll say he's describing this as they go. Located on the Quandrix campus of Strixhaven, it's a breathtaking space filled with vibrant, exotic plants from all over the multiverse. The greenhouse is divided into different areas, each of which has a specific theme and purpose. There's a section dedicated to herbalism with rows upon rows of medicinal herbs and plants used in potions and remedies. Another area that's designed for experimentation with rare and unusual specimens that students can use for their own research or innovation. And of course, there are also areas dedicated to typical fruits, vegetables, and other just mundane food crops. The cultivarium is pretty quiet, with the exception of your present company. The place seems to be completely deserted, which gives it a tranquil and zen atmosphere.
I'm in heaven.
All right, Kaylin. We'll be starting off with planting today. So you need to choose a seed you'd like to plant from this list. So he provides you with a list of various seedlings that you can plant. I'd recommend life fruit. That's one of the best choices for beginners. It's the essential component for creating healing potions.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll take those.
All right, life fruit it is.
My team
So
and
the,
I have been getting into some trouble lately, so health potions will help us.
Yeah, you never know when you might need one. All right. So this will be your plot of land, and he takes you over to a row of the greenhouse that has a. They've got like the dirt cordoned off so that everyone has like their own little space to work.
Cool.
As first things first, you'll need to prepare the soil. Do you know mold earth?
I do not know that one, no.
Well, then you'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. And he hands you a little hand trowel.
Alright.
You know what that is?
Yeah, I know how to do it this way.
Fork-looking thing.
Yeah.
All right, so you get the you try to till into the earth, and it has not been worked since presumably the previous year, so it is like packed tight. Go ahead and give me a strength check to try to to loosen the earth.
Oof. Hey, 12, not bad.
So it takes a little effort, but you manage to work through the earth and get it unpacked into a more loose and workable manner.
If I was a smarter Vidalcan, I would have wet the ground first.
Or guidance yourself.
It's a
But you get it done,
so
and so you get it tilled up, broken up into a more sandy, kind of loose dirt as opposed to the solid chunks that it was before. The next, you'll just need to plant the seed. You want to make sure to get it down at least 6 inches below the soil.
a thumb, I believe, is what I learned in middle school. It's like thumb deep.
Is that the green thumb reference? Is that how you get a green thumb? Is that the whole shtick?
Maybe that would make sense.
So life fruit has pretty shallow roots, so you want to make sure to get it in there a little deeper than you would normally want. This one's a bit of an exception to the rule.
Oh, okay, sure.
So you get it way down there. Then next is just need to water the seeds. Do you know create water?
Nope. I am an artificer. I don't learn those spells. I think. Might get those from Witherbloom, but I don't think I have.
Well, something to keep in mind as you progress in your studies.
You don't have an automatic water system?
Nope, we do everything by hand here in the Horticulture Club. He hands you a watering can.
So how does this stuff get taken care of during the week when we have classes and stuff?
You'll have to take time to come over here and make it a part of your schedule.
Wow. Alright.
Responsibility is rough.
Yep.
If you want, you can always throw me a few coins and I can do it for you.
How much? I am taking 6 classes this year, so I'm a little strapped for time during the week.
An overachiever, huh?
Yes, sir.
Tell you what, you pay me a silver a day and I'll water your plants for you.
That's a deal.
All right.
So I'll pay you at the end of the week, provided it's actually been done. I suppose.
Sure. Works for me.
Alright.
I'm pretty much down here all the time anyway, so it's not really much trouble.
Well, I appreciate it, because, like I said, between classes, I've also picked up a job at the Bosun Tavern. I'm working as a cook.
Oh, man. Do you ever have any time to sleep?
Enough.
Well, suit yourself.
But I can do something cool, and after, like, we've finished with the seeds, I cast Druidcraft and instantly make them sprout.
Oh.
I believe you instantly make a flower blossom, a seed pod open, or a leaf bud bloom. I assume that means you could go ahead and make it. Hi, Amber. Go ahead and make it sprout.
Doesn't look like it sprouts all the way, but it looks like it gets like the next step up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you use your druid craft to basically enrich the soil with like a magical fertilizer. And so although it doesn't immediately sprout, it does coerce the plant into growing at a quicker rate.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically it. You just want to monitor the growth of the seedlings, and if you know any detect poison and disease, I'd recommend casting it every so often. We do a pretty good job of keeping any pests out of the cultivarium, but never hurts to check on them every so often.
I don't have that spell either.
Oh, jeez, you're well, you are just a freshman.
Maybe when I get some more knowledge, it's one of the spells I'll add to my list.
There you go. Plan for the future. And that's pretty much it. You're welcome to look around and check out the other projects, but yeah, that's pretty much all I had for today.
Yeah, why don't you show me what you're working on? You're a senior, I'm sure you're growing something exciting.
I'll check this out. And he goes over to like the experimental section, and he's like, I'm working on a little something called it's called Mind Thorn. And he shows you this, like, it looks like it's just a bunch of like nasty, like brutal thorns. And he says, if you shave, whenever it's mature, you can shave the tips off, and it'll make a potent truth serum.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to grow. It doesn't really want to cooperate, and the yield is very, very small. For most people, it's not worth their time, but well, I'm sure I don't have to tell you how valuable a truth serum would be.
Does it get used often here at Strixhaven?
He looks over his shoulder and he's like, technically it's not legal to make something like that, but I put in the time with the extracurriculars, so most teachers are willing to look the other way.
So the instructors know what we're growing here?
Technically no. They really don't make it down this way too often. They're busy with their classes, but every now and then they'll come through just to check things out.
Oh, okay. My mind went blank.
It's okay. Did you have any other questions?
I don't think so. This seems pretty straightforward, and I can, whenever I think of something, I can always ask you.
All right, well, sounds good. You know where to find me.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep an eye out for you if I happen to see you around campus.
All right. Anything else you want to do while you're here?
I will help everybody out and druid craft their seeds too. Well, of course I'll ask them first. Don't want to just do it. Maybe they want to do it the old-fashioned way.
So you work together, and the other students they are appreciative of your help, and they offer to if you want help telling next time. One of them knows mold earth, and the other one knows create water. So if if the opportunity arises, maybe you could team up and work together on your next batch of seedlings.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm excited to be clubbing with everybody.
So you kind of with that little icebreaker, you can tell like the other kids in this class are, or students, not kids necessarily. You can tell they're also a bit on the awkward side and aren't really super like sociable, and your mutual bonding over the plants and kind of the safe space, you know, of the greenhouse gives you a chance to kind of get to know everyone a little bit better.
Cool.
So you will get a relationship point with Urzmak Talk for that too. And I think that'll take us over to Dragon Chess. If you're good.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Dragon chess.
I'm just gonna enjoy nerding out with these other horticulture.
Yep. Just do
Nice.
horticulture things.
Yep.
Okay, so Elix, you and Rampart walk into ye old Dragon Chess Club. Hold on, I just realized I need to put some NPCs in here.
Whoops.
Just make sure it's not completely empty. Okay. So, as you enter the classroom, the first thing you notice is that the desks and chairs have been pushed to the sides of the room, leaving a large open space in the center. The floor has been replaced with a smooth, polished surface that looks like a giant chessboard, complete with black and white squares. The walls of this room are also adorned with posters depicting famous dragon chess matches throughout history, and there are several shelves filled with books on the subject. The air is filled with the smell of polished wood and faint traces of magic. The desks at the edges of the room have smaller, traditional-sized chessboards, with groups of students huddled around them, studying their opponents' moves and strategizing on their own. The atmosphere in the room is tense and focused, as if everyone is deeply immersed in the game. It's clear that this classroom is fully dedicated to the study and practice of Dragon Chess, and it's the perfect place to hone your skills in this ancient and revered game. And when you walk in, the intense woman who recruited you, Talana, I don't know if I ever introduced her name, but she's there and she says, well, 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 look who it is.
Hello. This is the Dragon Chess Club, right?
She looks around the room and looks back at you and she's like, what gave it away?
So yes. We're here to sign up, or we already signed up. I'm not sure. But we were told to meet here, today.
She kind of chuckles. Go. No, just kidding. Yes, well, we'll see about that, won't we? You and your companion here. I'll be observing your match, and you're going to play on the large board in the center.
The large one?
Talana speaks an incantation, and a full set of chess pieces materializes on their corresponding sides of the board that's on the floor. Chess pieces are about 3 feet tall and made of polished metal that gleams with magical radiance. She hands each of you a wand and says, all you have to do is point and declare your move. You know, knight to e3 and all that. And Rampart looks at you and he's like, well, best of luck, my companion. This shall be interesting.
You too. Good luck.
And he takes his place across from the white chess pieces. Or behind the white chess pieces, rather.
Yes, I'm black then.
Haha, how about you? So we're gonna do hadn't fully figured out how to do this, but I think we're just gonna do like a gaming set roll, and then we'll do like 3 rounds of that of contested rolls to determine the winner. If that works for you.
Sure.
Need to overcomplicate things. So it'll be an intelligence check, and if you have proficiency in this gaming set, you can add your proficiency as well.
Ooh.
Shit.
Good start, I suppose.
Beginner's luck.
So Elix, your opening gambit is a very aggressive posture that actually results in Rampart losing his queen, like almost within like the first like 2 moves. He's like, "What? How did you? By? Oh, you're a crafty one, aren't you, Elix?"
No, I only know one opening.
Well,
It's,
quite an opening. I'll have to remember that one.
they say it's, be scared of the person who's practiced one opening 1,000 times than a person who's practiced 1,000 openings one time.
Indeed. Well, let's carry on then. You can go ahead and make your second roll. That is 14 for me with mod. So, despite your strong opening, he actually manages to capture both of your knights. It's like, ha! What do you think of that?
I'm a fan of knights, but bishops are the true artillery pieces of the game.
Yes, well, we'll see if you can manage to break through my defenses. Finish the round.
Probably not. You are more experienced than me, after all.
Yep, that'll be a hard one to beat. Dang.
You make a series of several blunders and end up losing the rest of your back row pieces. So all that's left is pawns and a king, at which point you see the writing is pretty much on the wall, so you decide to concede to him.
Good game, Rampart.
Not a bad first game. You took me by surprise in the beginning there. You certainly had me worried.
Like I said, I've practiced the opening a lot, but I'm still not. I don't really have enough experience in the more adaptive and reactive part of the game.
That's okay. That's why we're here, is to learn. Isn't that right? He looks over at Talana, who's been studying, and actually you realize that she's actually been writing down every move that y'all have made on her notebook. And she's just like, well, that was an interesting game, but I can see you both have potential. Rampart, you seem to have studied the game, and Elix, despite your lack of confidence, you seem to possess, well, I guess a natural talent, shall we say.
I appreciate that. I hope it's true.
But you're both amateurs, and you have much to learn.
I agree. Are you able to teach us or teach me?
She thinks for a moment. She's like, where to begin? Well, for you, Elix, suppose we should begin with the fundamentals. She goes to the bookshelf on the wall and kind of like fingers some of the spines before pulling off a book, and it's like Chess for Dummies. Like she's like, start with this. This will give you a rough crash course of the fundamentals, and then for you, Rampart, I think I'll pair you up with some of our other less experienced players. bring it on. I've passed quite a lot of time playing chess, and I look forward to the challenge.
I grab the book and I guess sit down and start kind of go to one of the chessboards and kind of just sit down and start reading.
So when you crack it open, it discusses several of the fundamental pieces of knowledge about chess, and I'm, although very much a novice myself in the real world, I do know there are certain principles such as like controlling the middle and protecting your back row pieces. Trying to get the most out of your trades. Trying to. It also discusses some of the like point values that certain pieces are worth more than others based on their function. That's some of my rough knowledge about chess. There is an interesting little tidbit as you're reading through. In addition to like I said, the fundamentals. There's like a preface at the beginning of the book, and it says that dragon chess was actually invented by Tanazir Quandrix, which is the elder dragon for your prospective school. He created it. He created the name for it that way, not out of his own vanity, but because he believed you required the intelligence of a dragon to become a true master of the game.
That's probably true.
But I guess go ahead and give me let's just do a general intelligence roll. See how much of this you absorb. So yeah, you take your time studying the book, and although you've been studying for classes all week, it's you're really interested in the sport, and the more you read the more you read, the more you realize how much complexity there is to the game, and it's really quite fascinating on both a intellectual and a just like theoretical, or not intellectual, but just like a practical and
Personal,
a theoretical level. Yeah, personal. Yeah, I guess that's what I was trying to say. So you're really pretty absorbed in the book, and you scarcely realize that it's time for lunch when people start getting up, and Rampart actually has to tap you on the shoulder and be like, "Are you coming with me?"
Where? Oh,
It's time for
lunchtime.
lunch.
Right. Sorry. I've been refreshing, I suppose, and learning. Such, it seems like obvious in hindsight. Bits of advice. Close the book
Well,
and put
only
it back on the
only
shelf.
obvious to someone without the experience. Only obvious to someone with the experience. And this is your first time playing, correct?
It's not technically my first time, but I don't have lots of experience playing the game. I've dabbled for fun a little bit back in, Greenhaven, but nothing spectacular. Not like a group or anything. Self-taught, more or less.
You've probably never played against anyone with a actual rank. What do they call that? That number? Is it? There's you have like a ranking number or something.
Just your rating, I think.
A rating, yeah. You've probably never played against anyone with a rating before.
What's a rating?
He throws his arm around you and he's like, my, you do have much to learn. Come, let's get some lunch. We'll speak of it.
All right. I am hungry. On the way. Oh, never mind. We haven't seen it.
Nah, just go ahead.
I was thinking about Alkaline, but Alkalin's coming from the Quandrix thing right now.
You
Yep.
decided
Yeah,
to
they
wait
went down
around
to the
for me,
greenhouse.
and then, I never showed up, and then y'all went to go check and saw that we weren't there anymore.
Probably.
Yep. Yeah, they just meet up in the Biblioplex since it's neutral territory, basically.
Can't wait for five school paintball.
Well,
Next year.
What was that? What was that show called? With the college
Community.
kids? Yeah, the Community, the paintball episode.
Iconic
Every
episodes,
year.
bro. Oh, that episode when Annie like pops off, bro.
Yep.
Maximum simping.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I've never seen it.
The Community is
Oh,
actually
man,
really
bro.
good. The first season was the best. The second season was still good, and then from there they just kind of became silly instead of kind of serious.
Yeah, it definitely became more comedy than
Than show.
That's the one Dan Harmon worked on, right?
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, and then the last episode was really weirdly existential.
As Dan Harmon does. I've heard there's a famous episode where they play D&D too. So
Yes.
Yep.
I'll have to
there
watch that
is.
one.
That was a good one.
I mean, if you like Dan Harmon, you'll definitely like Community. And I know you like Dan Harmon.
Oh yeah, that's my boy. Alrighty then. Lunchtime.
What about Destiny during that time?
So, Destiny, you head over to the Society of Fine Arts, which is normally held, I think, also in the Biblioplex. But there is actually a notice on the door that says they aren't meeting this week.
Oh,
That,
okay.
That it's postponed until next week.
I am going to go to my dorm and look as best as I could. She's like, well, now that I'm awake, let's actually put some work in.
Like, okay, more than just the basics. Let's do everything to the nines. You paint some intricate patterns into your nails or something.
Yeah, yeah. She has like interesting eyeliner going on, but it's like kind of subtle. Puts on like the fake eyelashes. It's like, hell yeah.
Yes, other makeup things.
Accessorizes. Does her hair up.
I will take your word for it.
But she has super, super, super long hair, so. She's just
So
like,
you're going with the updo.
yeah. She has it all up. But has like a little bit falling like around her shoulders.
Hmm.
Kind of, it looks like it would be a messy bun, but it looks a little too neat for a messy bun. But it's also like, what? It's pretty. Like the messiness is what's the word?
Controlled chaos.
Yeah. Best way to describe it. Purposeful.
Oh yeah, I just put this up last second. Don't think.
Yeah. It's like, huh? How'd you do that?
All
Mage
right.
hand is really helpful when doing hair, I bet.
Yeah.
Mage hand prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm. And she had it
No.
curled last night, so it has like,
A wavy
Looks
bounce
like-
to it.
yeah.
I guess Grayson's team isn't here for lunch.
No, they seem to be missing. So Destiny, as you are eating lunch with your companions, you're kind of not sure if you're going to get food with Xanther, so you eat a little bit, but try not to eat too much, just in case he decides to take you out to lunch. But as you guys are sitting there, this bird it's like a dove made of paper, flaps in through the window and lands in front of you, Destiny. Bless you.
Ooh.
And when it lands, it turns from a bird and into a folded letter.
I will read it.
And the letter just simply states to meet at the Commons and to make sure you have everything with you because you're going to leave campus. And it's signed from Xanther.
I got the most banging purse that she could manage to sneak into the school, she's like, hell yeah. This is where I'm gonna keep everything.
Clutch or purse of holding? Is it a clutch? Is it a tote? What are we working with?
Let's do a clutch.
Sexiest of all purses.
Yes. Can't go wrong with it.
So lunch, they've got soup, salad, sandwiches. Yeses.
Sandwiches sound great.
They got all kinds of deli meats. Making
Push-
myself fucking
Pastrami.
Get that peanut butter and jelly.
hungry. Classic. Do you tear the crust off, Elix?
No, no.
Oh, okay, I was like, you seem like that type of kid.
I'm not that weird.
Tell the person to tear off the crust and then still eat the crust by itself.
It's a texture thing.
I'm gonna ask Kaylin. Me and Rampart were talking. Is poison ivy a superhero or a plant?
I'm pretty sure it's a plant. You don't want to touch it either.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, to me that makes sense, right? Poison.
Perhaps this is just a folktale from my own home plane. I was under the impression she was some sort of superpowered individual.
I mean, maybe it's in the books in your plane, but I've never heard it on Kaladesh.
Do you have comic books where you come from?
We do.
Hmm. So, do you know what a superhero is?
Of course.
What's a superhero? I'm just kidding.
Well, they're like powerful mages, but their abilities are often innate, and they do not have to study. They're just given these talents.
Whose plane
Oh,
has
so
the
like
616
sorcerers.
numbers?
Sort of. I suppose that's similar. There is one hero that is a sorcerer, the supreme sorcerer, in fact.
Oh,
No,
that's a.
no, I think
I bet
any
he's
of our
super
elder
powerful.
dragon. Yes, he is quite powerful. Though I still think any of our elder dragons could easily take him.
I don't know. I don't know if that means they're super powerful or if he's super weak.
Well, they're both powerful, but he's beholden
But
to
also-
a code of conduct. He's a doctor in his normal life, and this requires
Oh,
him
that's
to
strange.
do.
Destiny dissociates.
Yeah, like fucking nerds. You know, he has a Hippocratic oath where he can do no harm. Sometimes
Oh.
holds him back.
That's an interesting literary device. But, you know, I guess with great power comes great responsibility.
You know, I had an uncle who once told me that.
Maybe
I
that's
don't know
why-
why, but I just got a very bad feeling.
It was my uncle Ben. I should write him sometime.
Is he still alive?
Last I checked, he was. Something unfortunate had happened to him.
So how was Dragon Chess?
Difficult.
Yes, Elix, how was that Dragon Chess?
It was very difficult. I got obliterated entirely by Rampart. Though, to be fair, that is exactly what I said would happen.
He did say he was a pro
But-
player.
Right. I learned a lot. And there's so much more to learn. So,
I even learned something myself. His opening gambit was, well, it was something I was not expecting, and he took my queen early on by surprise.
Never underestimate your opponent.
right. But then I lost everything, so it is what it is. But, I guess we'll, hopefully by the end of the school year, maybe I'll be proficient with the game and will stand a better chance in the future.
You just have to keep at it. You lose many games before you ever win, and to be honest, you learn much more from a loss than a win.
Exactly. The more times I lose, the better I get.
Exactly.
You actually gain more experience when you lose.
Yep.
Exactly. It kind of reminds me of a character in a folktale I read. He was super powerful because he lost every fight he ever participated in. But
Go on.
he won when it mattered most.
Of course.
And, it just creates an interesting philosophical perspective. But, that's on the person, right? To continue fighting after they lose. If you lose and give up, you learn nothing.
It's true.
But if you're always
It's true.
challenge people better than you will continue to improve.
Yes, the true loser is the one who gives up.
Exactly. Destiny, what did your letter say?
That's for me to know.
Fair enough. I'm almost done eating here. I think I'm gonna head back to the dorm and kind of just spend an evening to myself. I've been very busy this week, and I think I could use some time to relax and
Some R&R.
rest. Something like that.
That sounds quite nice. I think I'll do the same. Good luck out, Kaylin, and Destiny, I hope your date goes well.
Thank you.
We'll be sure to hear all about it at tomorrow's breakfast.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Perhaps see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
If not sooner. Maybe I'll stop by the Bow's End or something to get a drink if I need to stretch.
I'm actually going to be working as the bartender tonight at the Bow's End, so yeah, come say hi.
Perhaps I will. Perhaps I. All right. I'll see you guys when I do.
What I do?
Get up and head out.
Really will. I'll come visit you tonight. Okay then.
Sweet.
He was socializing.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. You ready, Destiny?
I'm ready.
It's time.
Over
Okay.
the commons.
So you head over to the Central Commons, the Archway Commons, whatever they're called. And so when you get there, Xanther is waiting beside a carriage that he has rented out to take you to your destination.
Ooh.
He's got one of the little constructs to drive you guys there. And he's also dressed up. He's not wearing like a full suit, but he's got like a button up and a blazer with like jeans and sneakers on, or like Converse.
So we're looking like a power couple right now. God damn.
Yeah, for viewers at home, I'm just getting the handout made. Destiny is rocking a pretty sweet outfit. She's got a little something like this on.
Very nice. Appropriate.
Love it. Very cool. Love the floral flowy design. Very cool, very cool. But yeah, so he's waiting there for you, and he's when he sees you walking up, he gets a big smile across his face, and he's just like, "Hey there."
Hey, seems like we both dressed for the occasion.
Well, of course, I wanted to look my best, and you're looking exquisite as always.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited to see what you have planned.
So, not to give it away, but I was thinking we could take a trip down to, been hearing a lot about this Snarlton, and thought we could go poke around, maybe get a little something to eat.
I would like that.
Well, Your chariot awaits, madame.
I'm gonna take his hand and climb on in.
He helps you up into the carriage and then climbs in next to you and lets the driver know that they're ready to go. So as the carriage makes its way out of Strixhaven's campus towards Snarlton, the sights and sounds of the bustling village begin to come into view. Um, it's a pretty it's about like a good 30-minute ride from campus. But you guys are just kind of just some light small talk about how was your day, how was your classes. Tell you kind of tell them about some of the crazy hijinks you got into, and the first thing that really catches your eye is there are these colorful storefronts that all line the street. Each building are painted with bright colors and have intricate designs and murals on the walls. As the carriage rolls through the little village, the sounds of people talking and laughing fill the air. It's clear that Snarlton is a popular destination. As you can see, many of your fellow students, as well as other young people, are seen walking around or sitting outside of cafes and restaurants. The smell of delicious food wafts through the air, tempting passersby to stop and indulge. The shops themselves are also a sight to behold, with windows displaying all manner of magical goods and trinkets. Some stores specialize in potions and ingredients, while others sell books, clothing, even musical instruments. Everywhere you look, there's something new and exciting to discover. As the carriage comes to a stop in the center of the village, the hustle and bustle of Snarlton continues all around. The small village is a vibrant and lively place filled with magic and wonder, the perfect escape from the rigors of life at Strixhaven. Well, Destiny, did anything catch your eye on your way here?
You?
Oh, stop. I meant, were there any shops you wanted to check out, or, I could go for a bite to eat if you're interested.
Yes, let's get some lunch.
Have you ever tried Ganassi food?
I can't say I have. What is it like?
Well, it's pretty unique. It's something you'll just have to try out for yourself. I heard there's a good little Ganassi spot down here, and I want you to try it out.
I'd love to. Did you see where it was?
I believe it's this way, and he takes her hand and starts walking off in the direction of the restaurant. So you come to this little restaurant, and the sign on it's got the front of it is mostly like glass windows, so you can kind of see inside, and it's just like this little just nothing too fancy, just like a little kind of hole in the wall type of restaurant. The sign above it says the elemental plane of flavor.
Ooh.
Flavor Town.
Well, Ganassi come from like the elemental plane of fire, elemental plane of so this is the elemental plane of flavor. So it's you come inside, and it's just like a little mom and pop restaurant, and they, as he said, they serve traditional Ganassi cuisine. As you walk in, you're immediately struck by the aroma of spices and exotic ingredients. An Ganassi woman, who I will show you, popped up for you. An Ganassi woman greets you with a friendly smile and leads you to a cozy table in the corner of the restaurant. The lighting is mostly natural from the windows that line the front of the building, and there's a faint music playing, which creates a pleasant ambiance. And he sits down, and the woman introduces herself. Oh, he pulls out your chair for you to sit down as well.
Very proper.
Of course. So she says, "Hi, Hi, kids. My name is Breeze. Is this your first time dining with us?
Yes.
He says, yes, but I'm no stranger to Ganassi cuisine. As you can tell, I ate it quite a lot growing up. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, if you're interested, we do a tasting menu. Maybe you could try a little bit of everything and see what sticks.
Ooh. Well, I like anything that's spicy. So maybe if I can get like maybe a spicy platter.
He's like, oh yes, you've got to try what are they called? The fire ribs. Yeah, they're pork ribs pulled from these flaming boars. They are delectable.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yes, we have fire boar ribs. Yeah, we can do that for you. And what about for you? And he's like, I would die for some traditional fire curry. And sorry, these names aren't exactly the most most creative. But she's like, oh yes, yes. My husband, the chef, he loves making curry, so I'll get you squared away. And she comes back with a couple waters. She's like, I'll let you two give you two some privacy. And he's like, oh, you're gonna love this. I'm so excited to see you try it. They're not like the hottest ever, but the flavor is to die for.
Oh well, if the flavor's there, the spicy is just the added bonus.
Exactly. Just like you, right?
Oh yes.
So tell me, how are you liking Strixhaven so far?
Oh, it's amazing. I didn't quite care for the class that we all had to take, but yeah, at least I get to work with my team.
To be honest, me either. That was, Grayson popped that stink bladder, and I swear I was still smelling the aroma. Well, until your strawberry perfume filled my nose and made me forget all about it.
I'm glad I could do that.
It's a nice scent, by the way. I didn't want to comment on it too soon, but I'll tell you, it really stuck with me.
Ooh, I'm glad.
So you're getting along with all your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, we still don't know who our 5th member is. We'll have to talk to somebody about that.
The teachers still haven't assigned you a 5th member? That seems pretty out of the ordinary.
Seems like we have a missing member.
It's pretty weird. Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help with that. I think that's something they should have resolved by now.
We'll have to talk to them about it. I'm not too worried about it. Seems like we've been doing good with just 4 members.
Yeah, in some ways I wish my team was 4 members too. That Grayson, oh my goodness. He's a real headache.
Not enjoying him.
Not at all. You know, if you want, we could always kick him off our team and he can be your 5th member.
No, that's okay. He hates my team.
Okay. I wouldn't impose that on you. He's a real hand. He's always got something to prove. He just wants to be accepted. I know it, but it just comes off as small wand energy, if you know what I mean.
Yep, I know what you mean. Well, maybe we could just take you into our team.
Oh, I'd like that, but I don't want to impose. Might throw off the whole dynamic if we're on the same team. Not that I wouldn't love your company. I just feel like we'd be excluding the others.
Maybe a little.
But who knows? Who knows?
I didn't see your team this morning.
Yeah, that was Javanesh's idea. He wanted to cook for us, but to be honest with you, he cannot cook to save his life.
Oh no.
He needs some instructions. He thinks himself some kind of cook, but tasted like dirt.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm pretty hungry. I ate some just to be polite, but I could barely swallow more than a bite or two. It's all
Whoa.
burnt, and he put so much salt. I mean, like the whole freaking canister.
Oh no.
Ugh, it's like he was trying to kill a slug or something.
Well, hopefully this food here is gonna make you forget all about that.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I have to say, reminds me of home. You know, I haven't got to have any. You know, the food at the cafeteria is not bad, but I miss my mama's cooking.
I know what you mean. Nothing's quite like home cooking.
Do you miss your home?
Sometimes. I think I'm more glad to be away.
Really? Trying to escape?
Just need the space. My father is very overbearing.
Well, they say college is your time to spread your wings and fly, so maybe when you return, your time away will help both of you learn to accept each other's boundaries a bit more.
Yeah, maybe someday he'll learn what a boundary is. He still doesn't let me sleep with the door closed.
Oh, goodness. Well, hopefully he'll have softened up a bit by the time I get to meet him.
Yeah, if we ever get around to that part.
Not that I'm trying to, I mean, not to be presumptuous, you know, this is first date and all. I'm sorry. I'm excited. What can I say?
He's gonna take it the hardest.
Well, you know those fathers, they're just trying to look after their little girl.
Exactly. That's how he sees it.
I don't blame him. So Breeze comes back over with your food, and she's got both of your meals, and the ganassi, the fire ganassi ribs are, or the fire boar ribs, sorry, not fire ganassi ribs, that'd be kind of messed up. It's like the full rack of ribs, and it's got like the pig snout with like, it's like got the eyes out, but it's got like the full like pig like face on there too. It's just like, oh man, they do a traditional style and everything. This place really knows its stuff.
Well, let me try a bite. Nom.
So Destiny, you are you gonna try to be like dainty about it, or are you just gonna like, I mean, you ordered ribs, so like, you know what eating ribs is like.
She's like placed the napkin in her lap and everything. She's trying to like cover up as much, like has it tucked under her chin. She's like, all right, I'm gonna commit to this. Rolling up her sleeves. She's like, I can clean this up when I'm done.
Prestidigitation's your best friend.
Right.
Exactly.
So you go in and you eat ribs the way they're meant to be eaten. You know, it's a messy meal, and he digs into his, and he takes the first bite of his, and he just has a moment where he's just like, this is perfect. It's just like they cook at home.
Well, you want to try some of these ribs? Home.
He takes his finger and he like wipes a little bit of the sauce off your cheek and then eats it.
How's that?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's sweet and spicy, but I think the sweet is all you.
Oh, stop.
My heart skipped a beat, Russell.
Got him.
I'll be accepting my Oscar nominations. And he's like, "Oh, that is pretty good. That's I like the taste."
It's delicious. I'm loving this.
A wonderful meal with a beautiful girl. What more could a man ask for?
And nothing to worry about. Nice Saturday.
You look over and the waitress lady and the chef are both like watching you guys, and they're like, oh, like young love, just like adoring this whole like scene that's happening. And when Xanther sees, he like kind of blushes a little bit. He's just like,
Is there anyone else in here?
no, it's just
Oh no.
So you guys finish up your meal, and the chef, which is this kind of bulky looking Earth Ganassi, comes over, and he's like kind of stoic, but you could see his heart was being melted by the adorable scene taking place. But he comes over and he puts a little plate down, and it looks like just like a very simple, like a little round like bundt cake with just like plain vanilla icing. And he says, "This is a complimentary dessert."
Oh, thank you.
And he looks at Xanther, like looks at him and looks back at the cake, and he's like, "Is this what I think it is?" And the Earth Ganassi just nods, and he's like, "Oh, Destiny, you gotta try it first. I can't wait to see the look on your face."
Okay. I'll take a scoop out after I use Prestidigitation to get all the ribs
Yeah.
off me. I'm like,
You clean yourself up real fast, and then you take a bite of the cake, and as you eat it, you can see the color and the flavor of the cake begin to shift, and it turns a bright pink. Both the frosting and like the flavor is like this like super. It's almost like a red velvet like sweet cake.
oh my gosh.
He's like, "Okay, now take another bite."
I'll take another.
When you take your second bite, the color shifts to like a dark royal blue, and the flavor also changes into like this like blueberry. He's like, "Do you like it?"
What is this? This is delicious.
It's
I love
called
this.
It's called Chromatic Delight. No two bites are the same.
Oh my gosh. I can have a little bit of everything.
He shaves off a slice too with his spoon. Takes a bite and it turns green, like a bright like forest green, or I guess it's dark, so like a bright like mint green. It's just like minty.
Ooh.
It's just an explosion of flavor every time, and each time you take a bite, it changes to a different vibrant hue. Yeah, just every bite is like completely different. It's almost a little like overwhelming, and like it's really good, but it's just like one of those desserts where you can't have very much, and after a couple of bites, you're kind of done.
Oh my gosh. Before we finish, I kind of beckon him to like lean in. And I'm gonna give him a smooch. see see if
on the
it
cheek?
tastes different. No, on lips.
He you lean over and he's not expecting the kiss, and so you see his eyebrows shoot up, but he doesn't pull away, and he kisses you back, and
What's it taste like?
it magic.
Magic.
And he's just like turning like bright red. He's like, that it was delicious. Check please.
Did we taste the same flavor?
I tasted some kind of flavor. He pulls out his coin purse and obviously pays for the meal. You know,
I don't think you're allowed to pull that out in public.
No, not that one. Bunch of heathens. He pulls out his wallet. His coin wallet. Do you guys take PayPal? I'm just kidding. But he pays for the meal.
It's PayPal.
PayPal. Oh yes, of course, PayPal. Yeah.
You take Infernal token?
It's like she's like, I don't trust Faye. And so he pays for the meal and he leaves a generous tip and the mom and pop wave goodbye. They're like, bye, come back soon.
Bye. It was delicious. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Well, what's next? Did you want to check out any of the shops, or that was my mainly what I wanted to do, but whatever's, I'm down for whatever.
I was told I should check out Mystic Market.
Mystic Market, eh? Well, let's see if we can find it. So, Destiny, you could make a investigation check. However, you'll be rolling with advantage since Xanther is helping you.
Yay.
Let's see if we can track this place down. Hey. Nice.
Hey.
So you guys kind of wander around, just trying to stay on task and not get distracted. And after a little bit of searching, you find a shop it's actually right on the main square or main central area. But yeah, right in the heart of the city center. And the storefront is adorned with these intricate. Getting so tongue-tied. Sorry. The storefront is adorned with these intricate carvings of various magical creatures and arcane symbols that shimmer in the now setting sun. It's kind of getting to be later in the afternoon, so kind of the orange and red of the sun is beginning to set in. When you step inside, you hear the tinkling bell, and you're welcomed by the soft glow of drift globes that hover near the ceiling that illuminate the store. The shop is filled with an eclectic assortment of magical items and trinkets, ranging from spell books to arcane foci and everything in between. The walls are lined with shelves upon shelves of potion bottles, each filled with glowing liquids of various hues. There's also a rows of enchanted trinkets that dance and spin in the air, enticing customers with their whimsical charms. The shopkeeper, a wizened old gnome with a twinkle in his eye, greets you warmly and offers his assistance. You can't help but feel a sense of wonder and excitement as you peruse the aisles, wondering what surprises await you. Welcome to the Mystical Market. I am Ollie Stiflefimble. Stiflefimble.
Hi.
Oh,
You
hello
have
there,
told me
dearie.
to come here.
Mina Lee, how is my little girl doing?
I don't know if I'd ever describe her as a little girl, but she's doing really well.
Well, when you get to be as old as me, sweetie, everyone's a little girl. Pardon, she's just a really good friend is all. She used to come visit me every weekend.
Well, she's doing great. She told me I should go here.
Well, she told you right. Tell me, is there anything you're in the market for? I've got just about everything you can think of.
Do you maybe have an idea, like maybe a little trinket to have as like a souvenir for a first date in Snarlington?
Oh, you're on a date, are you? Well, look at this strapping young lad. Are you treating her right, Sonny? He's like, oh, yes, of course, sir. You know I'm a proper gentleman. It's like, oh, okay, if you say so. Let's see, now a trinket, what do we have here? Let me check our catalogs.
I have an idea for something if you need one.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I was just gonna roll something up, but
What
are
about
you
like
thinking?
an enchanted rose that never decays?
Oh, so what he actually pulls out like this kind of like it's a golden compass, but it's kind of tarnished from years of use, and he says a word in Gnomish, and the compass begins to kind of like levitate, and you see the arrow begin to spin, and it points to a direction in the shop. He's like, "This way, kiddos." And he walks over to like down one of the aisles of the store, and you see under this glass dome a single rose, and it's got kind of like the case has kind of like a light underneath it that gives it like this ethereal glow. He's like, "What about a rose that never wilts? A symbol of your everlasting love." And Xanther's like, "Well, that's very romantic, but how do you know our love will last forever? I mean, not to be a pessimist or anything, but we are still getting to know each other." And he's like,
I'm with you on that.
he's like, "I'm just being honest, I think things are going well, but I don't want to take things too quickly, And the gnome is just like, "Well, if you break up, bring it back to me and I'll give you a refund." There's like, deal. And he opens up the glass case and pulls the rose out, and he wraps it.
That's
in
not
like what's up?
I was gonna say, if that's not a metaphor for marriage and divorce, I don't know what is.
For real? Gonna get a refund?
Refund.
Or do you get to keep half the rose? How does this work?
Yeah.
But he takes the rose, and he gets like a little like the like cellophane things that they like wrap flowers in to preserve it. He's just like, "Now it never wilts, but it's still a good idea to put it in a vase. It's much more elegant to display this way." And he's like, yes, I'm sure she knows how to take care of a flower. We're going to a university for mages. I think we know how to take care of a flower. He's like, okay, don't need to get snappy with me, Sonny. Boy, those fire ganassi sure are spicy.
I like them that way.
He's like, "I heard that." You think I'm spicy? You should get a little of this one. She got a little fresh with me back at the restaurant. Not that I mind, but
Me never.
Well, that'll be 3 gold pieces. And he pulls out the old wallet again and says, "And thank you for shopping, and feel free to come back anytime." He said, "Thank you, Ollie, right?" Yes, that was me, Ollie. "Thank you, Ollie. Well, what do you think, Destiny? You ready to call it, or do you want to stroll around a bit more?"
We should probably head back before it gets dark.
"That's a good idea. We wouldn't want to stay out too late now."
I assume the carriage isn't gonna wait for us all day, unless we're walking back.
Well, I hired it for the evening, so he'll be ready when I say so. And he actually, you see him, he pulls out like a little whistle, and he blows on it, but it doesn't make any sound. Give it a minute. You guys wait. You guys wait for a minute or two outside the shop, and then around the corner, you see the little carriage come pulling up to you.
That's awesome.
He helps you in again, of course, and hops in beside you, and you guys head back into Strixhaven.
We go.
As you travel, he's going to attempt to put his arm around you. Do you allow this?
Roll for initiative.
I was like, what do I roll? Performance check? How does this work?
You should.
Sleight of hand.
I feel like we're going back a pace at this point.
Yeah, we're right. So yes, good to go.
Let's see. Let's have a roll.
So I need
Sleight
to-
of hand. That's pretty
Sleight
funny.
of hand.
See how smooth he is.
Sure. So he pulls the old, oh, it's getting late. Just gonna stretch out and just leave my arm here. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that bother you?
I lead into him.
Yes. He like leans to the side and goes, yes. He's like, I really enjoyed this. I've been having trouble, my teammates are friends and all, but it's been hard to, they're not as easy to talk to as it is to talk to you.
Well, if you have any problems, you always have me. It's a shame that your teammates might not be easy. Is putting it lightly.
I mean, they're okay. You're just a really good listener. I just thank you for putting up with me.
Of course. Come to me anytime.
So, you enjoy your romantic carriage ride back into town. He doesn't try to push things any further.
I already did that.
Yeah, well, he's pretty content with the base that he's gotten to, so he's not gonna push his luck. But you guys make it back to the Archway Commons, and he helps you down, and he's like, well, I can walk you back to the dorms unless there's anywhere else you want to go. I think the Bow's End is still open if you want to maybe grab a drink.
Yeah, let's go by, grab a drink. I think Kalen might be still working. Say hi to him.
Caitlin, that's the blue guy, right?
Yeah. Hard to miss.
Every time he walks by, I mean, not to be weird, but he smells really good.
He's the one that helped me.
Oh, okay. I gotta get him to make me some cologne or something. He's really just like, no homo, but like, he's got it going on with the cologne.
Maybe we'll just invite him.
We gotta find him a girl. We can double date next time.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Has he been talking about anyone? Has he got a sweetie?
I don't think, not yet. I was thinking about bringing all the boys on my team to the bar and teach them how to talk to women, but but then I found out one of them is 18, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, that could be a little bit questionable. I do think they allow minors in the bar, but they don't let them drink. They gotta do the X on the hand thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's get something to drink, girl. And so they head into the Bow's Inn, where Kalen is working his first shift.
As a bartender.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Specify. Bing, bang, boom. And yeah, once again, it is like popping in here, busy. But you guys come in, and they've mostly got you like bar backing, Alkaline, just fetching kegs and throwing empties, taking the trash. Just kind of grunt work, nothing really exciting, but
I'm sure she'll let me teach me some drinks when there's a slow point.
yeah, it's 11 for now, but
Yeah.
but you see Destiny walk in with Xanther. Oh, I said Rampart was coming too, right?
Yeah. I think
I give
Helix...
I give the peace sign. I'm like, hey, what's up?
I wave, but I keep working because it's busy.
It's like, you want to get a table, or should we sit at the bar?
Looks like nobody's in the back over there.
Well, lead the way.
Whoop.
You settle into a cozy little corner. It seems to be mostly quiet for the most part. And, he's like, well, what's your fancy?
Well, I think just a nice classic dwarven ale will be enough.
We do have a Bo's Inn Tavern menu that has drinks.
Yeah, I got that somewhere.
It's in the player handouts.
In menu. Yep, dwarven ale. Said, well, I'm not much of an ale, but, Succubus's kiss. Now, I may be greedy, but, I think I might go for a second kiss for today. So, I think I'm gonna order one of those. He places the order for your drinks in the glowing prism in the center of the table. Shortly thereafter, a little silver platter levitates over to the table with your drinks on it. Cheers to a new beginning.
Cheers to an excellent date.
Hey, all right. He downs the drink, and you see his eyes, like the whites of his eyes turn like pink for a second before reverting back to their normal color. He's just like, "Whew, that's got a kick to it."
I might need to get that next time.
He orders two more of them. He's like, well, no time like the present, right?
Oh, thank you.
Xanther's got some deep pockets.
What? Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I'm like, whoa.
He's
Yeah,
not
I know how to
nobility,
pick 'em.
but his parents certainly aren't broke.
I know how to pick them.
So the two more succubus's kisses arrive at the table.
Succubi? Is that the plural?
Succubi, succubuses, succubusy.
Oh no! That's Inca.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Give it a try.
You down the hatch with it, and you also feel a electric wave of just energy kind of wash over you as the alcohol hits your system and kind of makes the hair on the back of your neck stand on end.
Feels like an
Oh.
orgasm, but without the mess.
Definitely not quite the full finish line, but gotta get your motor running, you know? He's like, I think I like this drink, but don't want to get too crazy now. I think I'm gonna sip on the next one.
Nothing wrong with crazy.
I suppose not, as long as you're in good company, right?
Exactly.
Well, what should we talk about? I feel like I'm running out of small talk.
You said you like dancing, right?
I love dancing.
Is there specific music you like to dance to?
I could dance to anything, even silence. So the Bozen has got kind of that typical, like fantasy lute music going on, and he's just like, "Is that an invitation?"
It was.
He stands up and offers you his hand.
I will take it.
He's
I would
like, "Do you?"
practice these dance moves.
He's like, "Do you want me to go fast or slow?"
Let's go fast.
And so he immediately starts doing like some of the like fast, like not like the like swinging you over his shoulder or anything, but just like very like quick paced, like salsa, I guess, like flamenco, very like fast paced with lots of like steps, but he's like very confident in his movements. You can tell this is certainly not his first time dancing. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
I think I get a D4 from one of the clubs for performance.
Yeah, for your theater club, whatever it's called. So do. Oh God, not that you need it.
Oh shit! Add it anyways.
Nice.
26.
Destiny, you're a natural, and the alcohol definitely helps kind of keep you loose without, help to kind of loosen you up and allows him to take the lead without you, without your well, I guess you're maybe not necessarily inexperienced. They have dancing in hell, right?
Well, I did grow up in the entertainment district,
Right.
so
Okay,
must
so
have
yeah,
learned something.
so you catch on pretty quickly. Yeah, you're no stranger to dancing either, and the two of you. I mean, people start to kind of turn their heads because they're like, "Dang, are these guys like pros?" Needing room, you kind of move out to this section and start dancing back and forth across the open section.
Sparks
Shit,
are
we should
literally
charge
flying.
everybody.
He does a couple spins. When he sees that you can handle it, he starts really kind of turning up the energy and even doing some like dips and spins and more elaborate, complex moves. He's like, "Whew, you're pretty good at this."
What can I say? I'm a natural when it comes to some kind of dancing.
He's like, "Well, I guess I picked the right partner then." And when the song ends, he leans you down for a dip, and your faces are like very close to each other, and you can tell he's about to go in for it.
Oh yeah.
And he kisses you.
Oh yeah. We get them kisses up in here.
As he kind of like slowly brings you back upright, still maintaining the kiss, you guys kind of stand there and continue like doing like a slow dance, and that's where we're gonna fade into the end of the session here. We'll let the audience's imagination fill in how the night ends, or maybe we'll find out tomorrow at breakfast how it ends. We'll catch the secondhand account of how the rest of the night went. All right, folks. Thank you for sticking with us. Hope you enjoyed the session, and yeah, we'll be back next week to finish out the weekend and see what other kind of mischief we can get into. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. And until next time.
Till next time.
Till next time.
The swords be with you.